been a long and winding road, not to this point, but here I am. And I won't stop until my soul can't take no more, until I drop in, that's my plan. But until then, I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm working, I'm grinding. I'm shooting for the stars and my aim game is nice, so what I'm saying, it's enjoy. This ain't no overstatement, oh we so overloaded, we on some legendary, oh yeah we overnose it, we on that brink of greatness, so close I fucking taste it, premature celebration, so let's get fucking wasted. They don't know what we been through, but it's time now that we show improvement. I had to follow my instincts and my hand play, so it's your move. We had time with our backs up against walls, dog, but we made it, and them fake niggas show fake love, but we beat the game and we played it. Yeah, that chest shit, now I'm on to that next shit, diamonds all in my necklace while I miss the gift that I'm blessed with. We every bit of expected, spaced out, Jetsons, give y'all everything I got until the day that I exit. Knock, knock, who is it? Moving in outside, we here to stay, not to visit.
Knock, who is it? It is I, it is us, it is them, it is those, it is they.
And I'm up here talking and my mic muted. I'm talking about some A. It is us. And I'm over here going right along with you. It is us. It is me. It is we. It is they.
There is a disclaimer. The mouth would not be drunk this week.
I need a drink. You need a hot toddy.
He will be drinking water throughout this show. He will not be smoking throughout this show. He will be on camera the entire show.
Because listen, everybody was like, wait a minute, baby, is he okay? Is he okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I was.
So that nigga went and took a nap. That nigga went and took a nap and came right back.
I was gone. Like I heard y'all, but I couldn't move. I was just like, and then I heard you say the new music bar. I was like, let me get my hands up.
I told them, Lord, I'm scared. I hope this man don't fall out that chair because you went from here to here to here, and you just got to lean and more. I said, oh Lord, I ain't got nobody's phone number or nothing. I need some emergency contact information. Because the way that lean got real deep and for real, okay?
His head was right by them.
Listen, that the top of his head was right here. And I was like, oh Lord, Jesus.
That's too funny.
I need to make sure he good. Hey, Miss Doris. Hey, Desi.
What's up, Des?
I was like, oh Lord, I need to make sure that he don't fall out this chair.
Hey man, we in here today. Water.
Listen, I'm not even drinking nothing right now. Like that's how like it was really me over here like scrambling because trying to get ready and stuff. And then my eyelash didn't want to stay on. So I was like, bro, listen, I need you to go on and stay on. We're not finna do this. I'm already sniffing. So I need you to stay on. And I need you to act right. But she's on. And she acting right. So we gonna
might have a repeat of last week.
Nah, I'm good this week. I don't know where it was. Last week, that eye was like, good luck.
Like
my eye was like, good luck, sis. Because I ain't going.
Hi.
So what's up, Miss Jackson? What's going on with you?
She said you was under the banner.
For real.
I swear that one got the lean and I was like, oh Lord. But hey everybody, we want to welcome y'all to another awesome week. Another Fat Tuesday. We up in this thing.
Gang.
But we want to welcome you to another Fat Tuesday here on the Phat Girl Chronicles, where we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to us most every Fat Tuesday from 8 to 10 p.m. Thank you for tuning in on Facebook, YouTube, and JQLM Radio. I don't know if we're on the radio tonight. Sending love and prayers to Lady J over there. And Yeah, everybody catching the cooties. Everybody catching cooties from the weather changing, allergy season.
Crazy.
Still a sprinkle of COVID still passing around out here in these streets. So it's a little bit of everything. And Jesus, it is catching up with us.
I
Okay.
don't know how the weather is out there, but the weather is crazy. Like today is 60. The past couple of days it's been like 90, 93, and then the day is 60. I'm like, yo.
Today it's like 73. And the last couple of days it's been in the upper 80s. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my allergies is what
I
I'm
ain't
kicking.
going outside, so
Yeah, I'm a little cold.
And then I'm gonna drink some tea, but I want to drink that before I go to bed. I'm gonna drink some tea with a little more Jack Daniels in it because it's helping. Because yesterday I didn't sound this clear.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I got somebody gave me a gift with a little Hennessy. I think
I got some lemon and some honey.
Huh?
Yeah. Y'all can't just do the tea and the alcohol. You got lemon, honey.
Let me tell you something. I got lemon, I got honey, I got peppermint.
I'm gonna be like, forget the tea, just give me a Jack and a Henny.
I mean, because at the same time. But no, I got some honey, I got some lemon, I got the tea, and I got the Jack Daniels.
Sweat it out.
I'm gonna put my little sweater back on, wrap up in my little Family Dollar. Let me tell y'all something about this Family Dollar blanket. It is the best damn blanket I have ever bought.
Family Dollar got blankets?
Family Dollar sell everything. I find a Family Dollar. I find a Family Dollar in every city I go to.
I be forgetting that Family Dollar everything.
Look, the first time I became a single man, right? And I moved to my place. I went to Family Dollar and bought me some sheets, right? I woke up with a white t-shirt on, and my shirt was the same burgundy color as my sheets.
You ain't wash them first. You didn't wash them first. You did not wash them first.
All the color.
You did not wash them first.
Yeah, no.
And
now I buy all my sheets from Ross.
Listen, I definitely thought he was gonna say something like Macy's.
Right.
Nigga said Ross.
I mean, Ross is a step up, like a real small step. But
listen, so I went in Family Dollar just to get like a little blanket to throw over my shoulders, like while I'm working and stuff, just to like have something basic to wrap up in. And I went in there, and it was just this plush little velvety blanket. It was like $20. And I washed it. It is still fluffy because sometimes you wash stuff, all the fluffiness and everything be gone, like all of the velvet be in the washing machine. And so I was like, oh, it didn't last it. I didn't wash it, put it in the dryer, and wrapped up in it. It's all warm and comfortable and everything. So I love my little Family Dollar blanket, and I carry it wherever I go. Anytime I go out of town, I take my little Family Dollar blanket with me. I take my little blanket with me because I be wanting to wrap up in it. And it's long. It's made for a king size bed. But
for $20?
For $20, okay? It's black.
Looking like Linus. Linus from Charlie Brown. Linus the one that always had the blanket with.
Yeah, and then carrying it around. That's me. But mine is black, and I'm black. Hey. Nothing, Mama Doris. He on his way. He late today. We gotta find him. We gotta find his ass. Yeah, Michelle. I heard y'all had a bad thunderstorm and everything the other night. I wish this is the one thing I love about the summertime when it rains and stuff. Is when it be that warm, cool air that be blowing when it's storming outside.
See, I love thunderstorms too.
Breeze.
And I'll be out here like summer rain, sweet rain, whispers me to sleep, then wakes me up again. My rain. I love summer rains. Like that is my favorite time of the year. And my next place has to have a porch or a balcony because I love to sit out there and let my feet get wet and read a book and play my little music in the background while I'm chilling and communing with nature.
That's
Hey T up in this thing, little mama.
T.
Ja, what's up, baby?
What's up, John? What's going on?
This Ja's first time on
Logic.
watching the show.
Welcome.
John
Listen.
Logic and friends.
Yes, Ja Logic and friends. He has a really, really dope network. And we're gonna bring Ja on the show probably next month when we do our fun shit. Because next month we're gonna do Make It Make Sense. That's gonna be the topic of some of the shows next week. Make it make sense. Because we gonna talk about all of the nuances and a bunch of the BS we be seeing on Facebook when it comes to like religion and spirituality and some of that stuff. We don't really talk about that on here, but I'm motherfucking tired of seeing it. So we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it, but also we gonna have our friends from Tequila and Bullshit back on this show next month, and they gonna come on here and play a couple games with us. When they were on here the first time, we played the Book of Questions. Y'all gotta go back and watch that show. It's the Tequila and Bullshit show. When I tell y'all, we were on there slapped.
Yeah.
With your shot glasses ready.
My type of show, yes.
With Ty and Candace, and I think Brittany won't be on that show, but we still gonna have a good time. It's one of those situations where you like, oh, somebody finna throw up.
What was the
Because on
safe
that
word?
show,
What was the safe word?
ain't no safe word.
Oh, hell no.
Anytime somebody
no.
said, take a shot, everybody had to take a shot.
Hell no. Me and Tequila, we ain't friends.
You see when Michelle said they made the audience drunk as hell.
Hell no.
We legit, anytime they said take a shot, we took a shot.
Everybody
So
was
go
so
back and
drunk,
watch
they
that
was
show.
like, this is the best show ever. This is
Right. And next week we're gonna be live here in Indianapolis, and we're gonna be doing our Put Some Smoke in the Air show.
Put some smoke in the air show
For our cigar enthusiasts and all of that good stuff. We're gonna have a good time. Yes, I used a picture of myself because I love that picture of myself. And then since we're talking about putting some smoke in the air, Labor Day weekend, if y'all are in the area, we have the Black Cigar Experience by one of my other companies called the Culture Muse. Me and my business partners put together this amazing event, and there's actually a Friday day added to this event. On Friday, it is a VIP networking event. On Saturday, we got the smoking after dark, and then on Sunday, we got the champagne and cigar brunch, followed by the day party.
That sounds fire.
So if you are in the area, and then we're gonna make it do what it do. We're gonna have an amazing time. We're gonna keep y'all posted on all of the information before the month is over. Like, it's been taking a little time because we got into our groove with our concrete poetry that happens every third Thursday. So, stuff, wonderful and great things take time. So excuse us if we ain't put out enough information as of yet, but it's coming. And next month, June 10th, we coming for y'all. We coming for y'all, okay?
Hey.
The rich aunties will be in the building on June 10th at 9. We said 9, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because 9 is considered dark. 9 is when it starts getting dark. Darkness spreading everywhere. So the rich aunties will be in the building, and we're going to talk about everything: love, life, relationships, sensuality, sexuality, all of that good stuff. And we're going to inform y'all on men's health and women's sexual health. So y'all can be out here getting y'all groove on, but getting y'all groove on responsibly, or get it back, right? So y'all can be out here freaking responsibly, okay? We don't want y'all to be out here reckless. We don't want you to wake up and that thing is laid in the bed and you in the bathroom. So,
itching and burning.
for real. But I think that's all of the announcements for now.
Let's do it.
Sir, don't come in here interrupting the flow.
Let's get it.
Don't come in
nigga.
here interrupting the flow.
Late and
Just like a
loud.
typical nigga coming in
Welcome
here
to the
late
show.
and
Your
loud.
boy is here, nigga.
Coming in here late and loud.
Don't give a fuck what you saying. I'm in this bitch.
See, I told you he gonna do it. He do it all the time now. And then he be up here crying. I hate that I do it.
I do though. I definitely just caught that shit. Like, God damn, why I just do it?
I hate it.
You'll be doing that all night.
What up, y'all? Y'all good?
Yep.
Those two.
We
What?
good. We good.
What you drinking, Genesis? Your eyes low already.
Wine.
Ripple.
That must be that goddamn oh boy, I was gonna say that's that night job from Cooper's Hawk. They have motherfuckers slump.
Yo,
boy.
you
That
have
shit
to
have
send
motherfuckers
me
like,
that
oh.
next. Text me that because I forgot the name of it. I've been meaning to
I've
look
never
for
been to Cooper's Hawk before.
You,
That
yeah,
G.
we need to
Yeah.
go.
Hey, they got like the best appetizers. I ain't even talking about the wine sipping, tasting, and all
talking
that,
about
but they
bread.
appetizer. That night job, that's like a thin fifth of Hennessy.
I need
I
Thin?
promise you.
that's a bread.
Yeah, the bottle's
thin
slim.
fifth?
It's like a slim bottle. But that
Oh,
motherfucker
okay.
strong, boy.
And you
Like,
said
Jesus.
Night John?
Yeah, man.
Night John.
Yeah, I ain't want to get
Night
up here
John.
talking about liquor, but you know, Genesis eyes, her eyelids touching.
They not
They
yet.
not. Her eyes just
They will be.
naturally low.
Right.
They lower
But y'all
today.
know tonight our topic of discussion is mental health. We're gonna talk mental health, and we're gonna bring on our special guest in about 20 minutes or so. You know, she out here serving the peoples, and so she gonna hop on a little bit later because you know she out there doing her due diligence to make sure that she is curing the culture. But I'm gonna go ahead and bring in the introduction of our special guest. First of all, I have had the pleasure of knowing this beautiful lady for 34 years. She is my little sister, the last of the Fab Five, Nicole Anderson. And she is, this is my sister.
Are you still
And she is.
Wait, that's your sister? Oh, no, I'm just.
And she is the founder and creator of A Cure for the Culture Wellness Counseling. And A Cure for the Culture LLC was birthed with the purpose of creating a safe therapeutic space for individuals of color. Okay. For years, conversation about therapy and mental health have been absent from our culture due to the lack of awareness, accessibility, and representation, despite its significance and need. Being raised in a predominantly African-American city and attending a predominantly white institution where I was one of two students of color in my cohort was eye-opening. I remember the continuous search for people, things, and places that looked like me. Reminders that I belonged and validation that my experiences as a Black woman were appreciated and understood. The validation I sought became more difficult to obtain because there were limited options and opportunities to process shared experiences. After entering the field, that search for validation and connectedness continued. If that were my struggle as a therapist, I could only imagine how prospective clients felt. How long had people considered or sought therapy, but were left with minimal options of therapists who understood their experiences without having to provide the cultural backstory? A Cure for the Culture was created for them. The therapy itself is not the cure-all for life's problems. It's what happens in therapy that's transforming. The emotional safety, the validation, the space to be unapologetically you. And I hope to continue providing safe spaces that genuinely accept and respect one's life experiences. Therapy should be an experience that allows people the unique opportunity to regain focus of the part of them so often lost in the noise of others. It's my hope that therapy and mental health become conversations welcomed in every space, from the kitchen table to the corporate office. The power of a dope Black therapist is unmatched. Quoted from Nicole Anderson, founder of A Cure for Other Culture, in her interview in Voyage Houston. So that was a mouthful. I am super, super proud of my sister. And we're going to start off the conversation. And then when she hops on, then we'll continue. But let's kick it. Let's get into it, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll bring her on and, tap into a little more that she talked about in her interview. But as of now, yes, Ja, happy Mental Health Awareness Month. All month long, I have tapped into other conversations that have taken place about mental health awareness and all of those things. And it's wild because mental health has really become a big topic lately. You know what I'm saying? Over the last, 5 years? I'm going to say 5, because before that, it hasn't really been a big conversation. It's been sprinkled here and there where we talked about mental health awareness and all that kind of stuff, but we really didn't tap into it until the last 5 years or so. I'm gonna give it a stretch and say 10.
And especially with COVID, it's becoming more prevalent. Like people starting to understand that as individuals, like each person will be like, "Yo, I'm fucked up. Like I got some shit going on."
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I think it allowed a lot of people time to be in a space where they could start reflecting on themselves and reflecting on the past and start realizing some things that made you feel a certain way, or things that you did younger that affected you in this day and time. Like for me, most recently, I realized like I hadn't really coped with my grandmother's passing, like my great grandmother's passing. Like it was different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some things you just never really cope with. And then you start reflecting and realize like, that was the first woman I ever really loved. You know what I'm saying? And like, it's kind of hard to move on and trying to adapt and understand. And then you be like, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got some issues, like, and it's okay to talk to people. And I think it's becoming more acceptable in the Black community. Shout out to the I don't know what they call them, millennials now or whatever, but shout out to the millennials for bringing that more to the forefront. Because back in the day, back in my day and before my time, it was like, shh, don't you say that.
Uh-huh.
You know
what happens in this house stays in this house, and all of that other kind of rhetoric that took place. And I think that's part of it. What happens in this house stays in this house is why a lot of people are trying to like fight that. Like, because what happens in this house stays in this house and it gets swept under the rug. That's why so many people are suffering in silence and dealing with everything that's happening with them by themselves. They don't want to talk to nobody. They don't want to express what's going on. But when you don't talk about it, it eventually comes out in other ways, and it comes out in different spaces in your life. And then you realize, like Mal said, like, and sometimes you don't realize how fucked up you are until you've already destroyed everything in your path and everything along the way. Then you're like, damn, why ain't got no friends?
Right. And then a lot of times people have some how I put it, they have like things they do that are kind of fucked up, but not fucked up, but they do them as coping mechanisms. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? To deal with what they're mentally fucked up about. But it don't seem as bad until you reflect on it and think about it. You know what I'm saying? Like some people use food, some people use sex, some people use drugs, you know what I'm saying, as a coping mechanism for different things.
Laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing is a coping mechanism that I realized, like, bruh, I be laughing at the wrong shit sometimes. It's like, I should not even be laughing at that. Like, it becomes and then you realize how dark your humor becomes when you've had to laugh through shit that was, and it be like,
I ain't gonna lie, my big ass be crying at the news sometimes. Some of them
I can't even watch the news.
Man.
Oh yeah, no.
Especially
I can't
with
even watch it.
All the recent stuff, like, man, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I don't even want to get into that. Jesus.
Oh,
But
not
you know,
pouring up.
motherfuckers is tired though. Motherfuckers is tired.
Yeah, and I think the conversation, like Michelle said, what happens in this house is the root of a lot of generational curses, and she is not lying. Mika said it has a lot to do with how we have been taught to deal with things. Yep, we have made it so not taboo-ish subject. And I think that's the bigger part of the progression of the mental health awareness and things like that in our community. Because when I started going to therapy, when I first started therapy, my therapy was with a gay white man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this don't feel comfortable at all. Like, I tried, and it just was like, I feel like I'm not gonna be truthful with you because I don't feel like I can be comfortable with you. Oh Lord,
Right,
the
so
people, they coming to get me in the jacket. But and it was not comfortable, which is why I didn't continue that therapy session or with that particular therapist. And it took me a while to find a therapist that I was comfortable with, because after that therapist, I was like, nah, I'm good. Like, it was right after I lost my mom, and it was like encouraged that I go to therapy because it was a lot happening at that time. And I was like, all right, let me try therapy a little bit. And after going to therapy and dealing with, like, I was like, nah. And then after a while, I stopped going to therapy altogether. And then life just kind of was like, and then I was like, okay, let me, and I think I mentioned this before on here, I think. I don't know. But I did talk about a few years ago where I had a marijuana-induced mental breakdown because I was not addressing my grief. I was not addressing my grief. I was suppressing it with alcohol, and I started smoking weed really heavily. And I was like, I'm good, I'm good. But I talked about my alcoholism on here, where like I was borderline alcoholic, where I would go to work every day, and every day I'm walking in there with a cup, and it was licking my cup. And to the point where the man down the street at the liquor store around the corner from my house and around the corner from my job, he knew my name, gave me a nickname. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, nah, nigga, I don't need you to know me like that. But then that became an issue. And then I started smoking weed really heavily. And one day I ate an edible and I went to sleep, or tried to go to sleep. And my mind was like, bitch, I am tired. And it started spiraling. And my thoughts just was like, doo-doo-doo. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. And so I went to the hospital and I told that lady, I was like, bitch, I feel like I'm dying. And that's how I was, because I was nervous. I didn't know what was happening. My heart was beating extra fast. And I'm like, bitch, I feel like I'm dying. And she was like, okay, calm down. Talk to us. Tell us what's going on. Bitch, my heart is beating out of my chest. I was cussing this lady clean out because I was nervous. I was scared. They got back there and I was telling them like I was having premonitions and my thoughts was all over the place. And they was like, you sure you just smoked weed? I said, I swear to God, that's all I had. I had weed and a little edible. And they was like, are you sure it wasn't? I don't know, bitch, but I'm telling you what's happening up here, and I need you to help me. I don't know what's going on. So they gave me something, and next thing I know, I was like, I woke up and my brother and sister was sitting at the foot of the bed. I was like, when y'all get here? So me not dealing with my grief and suppressing it and using those things as a coping mechanism and how to get over all of those things caused a mental breakdown for me. And I was like, oh no, bitch, we got life to live. Like, so I had to face my shit. And then after I went through all of that, I went to the psych hospital, but I didn't get checked in. And they were just really trying to figure out what was going on. And then I was telling the lady, and she was like, "Girl, it sounds like you're dealing with grief. You need to face your shit." And eventually I did. And when I got into therapy, I started with a white therapist again. And I was like,
So
I don't want to
let
have
me
to
ask you this:
explain shit.
with your sister being a therapist, can you talk to her, or is it just like you just need to speak outside of the family?
I can talk to my sister because we do have those opportunities where we like she'll check in and we'll check in with each other, or we
Right.
shoot the shit and we have those conversations and things like that.
Because you get a discount, right?
No. But I don't go to my sister as my therapist. Like,
you go to your sister as your sister.
Yeah, I go to my sister
with
as
relevant
my sister.
advice.
Yes.
Right. Got it.
And so it was a white therapist, but the one thing that came from that therapist was she was like, "Do you have kids?" I was like, "No." She like, "Are you in a relationship?" "No." Do you have a pet? "No." "Well, you need something to take care of other than yourself.
I think that's smart.
You are only taking care of yourself. You have nothing to tend to. You are not responsible for anything else other than yourself." She was like, "Get a plant." And baby, I've been in love ever since. Okay. It was like, you are my sunshine.
I need to work on that.
So you got a plant.
I got a plant, and then it became 15 plants, and then it became 25, 30 plants. And then I started growing fruit and herbs and all of that kind of stuff, which is why, like, I actually went through a bit of a depression when I moved to North Carolina and my plants died. Because a lot of people don't realize, like, that's what helped me get through my storm. And actually, that's what helped me to better understand my mother as a parent and help me to deal with my grief of losing my mother. It helped me to understand why she was the way she was and how parenting is a case-by-case basis. It legit is a case-by-case basis. But so I said all of that to say that when it comes down to your mental health, it is important that you don't sit up here and keep doing this and keep trying to stack one thing on top of the other, suppress all of this shit and keep suppressing it, because you keep doing that, shit. You're going to be laid out in the middle of the street butt naked with a cheesecake wondering why you out there.
Why cheesecake, though? That was mad specific.
Because that's what you're going to be out there with.
Hey, you know what? Like, I was listening to your story, and then when you was telling me about like the therapist suggesting that you get something to take care of, I was like, what if that wasn't the fucking answer? Then she just got all this shit that's alive and just killed it all. Like, what the fuck?
But she was just saying, her reasoning for that was like, start with something small. Start with something that's simple. Because even if you kill a plant, like, you can go get another one. And she was just like, I told her, I don't want no damn pets. I don't want no pets because I got to feed me, okay? I'm not finna be feeding no plant, no pet, getting no insurance for no pet and all that. But then on the other side of that, like, plants became my everything. So I was buying plant food and all that other kind of shit anyway. Them is my babies. So, and if you know me, and been to my house and I had my plants, oh my God. Yes, it was my everything. My plants was everywhere in my house. So
that's interesting.
And then come to find out that my grandmother was really into plants. And she had a green thumb and she was really good at growing stuff and all that other kind of stuff. And so my brother told me that when he came to my house one time after I had all my plants, he was like, "This remind me of grandma's house."
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, that's dope," because like I didn't really get to experience my grandmother like my brothers and my sister did. So it was like, "Oh, that's dope," because that was my connection to like my mother's mother. So plants really did a lot for me. And but you got to find your therapist that works for you, Don't stick with the first therapist if you're not comfortable, if you don't want to sit down and have a conversation, or you don't feel like you can really get through telling your story to somebody.
Right.
You ain't got to stick with one therapist.
Right.
Try several until
Well,
you
that's what
feel
I was gonna
comfortable.
say. I was gonna say a therapist is human too. So if
Yep.
you feel like they judging you or they giving you some fucked up advice that ain't helping you, you gotta move on to somebody else that might,
Yep.
be better suited for you.
And even my sister, like she posted on her Facebook page that one of her clients got so comfortable that she was like, and bitch, let me tell you what happened after this.
Yes, that's a good conversation.
And she said she was sitting on the edge of her seat, like, yes, tell me, sis, tell me. And she was like, Lord Jesus, be a boundary, because she was like, it got so good to it. It was almost like a girlfriend conversation. And that's what I feel like therapy should be. Like, you sitting up here chopping up with your homie or your home girl or whatever. Because my therapist, baby, I'd be like, you miss me and my bullshit.
I got beef. I got beef with Nicole, man.
Why?
Last year was a bad year for your boy. You know what I'm saying? I had to reach out to some resources. You know what I'm saying? And I asked Nicole, I'm like, I need you to shrink me. She gonna be like, nah, I got a few buddies that can like. She like, nah, you too close, my nigga. I can't do it for you. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go push you down the line to one of my associates or whatever. I was like, damn.
Yep.
But I do I appreciate her for that, because the one I did get, she was like very helpful. Yeah.
That makes a difference too.
Because if you start the search though, like how did y'all start the search to find one though?
I mean, I just knew Nicole did it, so I just like inboxed her like, yo, I need, you know what I'm saying, like I need this like on a weekly basis. You know what I'm saying? I don't think she technically could take my insurance. That's why she didn't, because I'm in a different state.
Okay.
And they got that state by state shit. So so she like contacted me with somebody that's in my state for my insurance. But yeah,
like for somebody that wants to talk to somebody, or what resources are out there that can be pointed in the right direction.
Yes. So I'll post some links.
Do you Google? I'm fucked up. I need to talk to somebody.
I'm about to Google that shortly.
But you know what? That's when you make sure you take advantage of when you see people post that type of shit and share it on their wall. You keep that information. You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff important. You never know when you'll need it. Or you never know if you know somebody else that might need it. So
right.
Like when people put that stuff up, y'all, man, write that shit down.
Right. And one of the resources that I found beneficial is BetterHelp is one. What's the other one? Therapy. And there's a lot of pages on Instagram, and I'll repost them from the Phat Girl Chronicles page. But if you go to the Phat Girl Chronicles page on Instagram, there are a lot of pages that I followed and that I've added because they have resources listed on their pages. And it was, I think we did the show last year on mental health awareness or something. Oh, we did it when we had a conversation with Blake from Diary of a Mad Black Man. And then we tapped into talking about mental health awareness and things like that, especially mental health for Black men and mental health for Black kids. So we tapped in and I pulled some resources. So if you go to the Phat Girl Chronicles Instagram page, and it may also be on the Facebook page, but you got to scroll a little bit through the photos, but they are tagged, their information is there, and they can give you some resources too. But I'm sure when Nicole hops on this, she'll give us some resources as well.
Okay.
Simply because we know that this is something that a lot of people are looking to do and looking to tap into outside of just kicking it with your homegirl, smoking and drinking and chit-chatting, and that's your therapy session. No, it's not.
It's
it really ain't.
Temporary fix, but it's not anything for no longevity, because you need some deeper stuff. I came to the conclusion that I needed within the last couple of years, just because of when my dad passed, I didn't face that stuff. I sat up in this mug crying. Nobody knew I was crying. Nobody knew I was struggling. I didn't even realize what it was. I didn't put myself in a depression from it because that was a big loss for me. And that was just something deeper than what I was able to handle at that time. I didn't want to put that pressure on my mama because she was going through so much. Like, she had lost her brother in January, her husband in March, and then her stepmother in June.
Have mercy, God. Have mercy,
so she
God.
went from one to the next. So I couldn't reach out to her, be like, Mom, yo, I'm struggling, whatever, because that's too much. She never even got to mourn her brother before everything else started trickling down. So you just never realize how much pressure you put on yourself, and then you try to go upon your daily routine like ain't nothing bothering you. That's tough. Like, especially in our community, that's tough.
Putting that face on.
Man,
baby, listen, you be out here mask off.
Man, for real.
Like, that's the point that you have to come to, though, after a while in your life. You just gotta take the mask off. Stop pretending. Like, you know, and I think that's the part I'm getting to in my life, that I ain't pretending no more. If I'm down, I'm down, nigga, and I'm finna tell you, no, I can't. I ain't got it. I ain't got it. I ain't got it today. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got the energy. I don't have it. I don't have it no more, because it do get heavy, and people don't realize a lot of the loads that, you know, we all are carrying. And it's like, even I've noticed a lot of times on social media lately, and I can say that I'm proud to see so many Black men stepping into therapy, but it's so much that we as a community need, that when we see Black men stepping into therapy, like, it's amazing, because it's like, yes, my nigga, you realized what you needed for yourself. That's not what your wife needed, not what your girlfriend needed, not what your job needed, not what your family needed, not what nobody else needed. You realized what you needed for yourself. Yeah. And that's a big step for Black men, because the world tell them that, you know, they got to carry these heavy loads on their shoulders.
You have no emotions because that makes you a weak nigga.
Man, listen, let me tell you something.
Hell no.
Let me tell you something.
Hell no.
Let me tell you something, nigga. In the past few years, I done cried so much. And shout out to, Victoria, Washington. You know, you need it. Hopefully we can give you some information tonight. Reach out and find somebody to talk to, or somewhere to go. Because I think everybody needs somebody to talk to sometime, and, you know, be able to sit down with. But it's difficult to release yourself to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, to say I'm vulnerable, to be vulnerable enough to allow yourself to accept somebody listening to you and giving you great advice. Like, I'm the worst at, like, saying I give other people great advice, but I don't listen to my shit at all. I be
man, do you hear me?
Not your me.
You said listen, like, I could give you all the advice in the world and sit there and be like, so what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Right.
Listen,
shame on y'all. I be doing exactly what I be telling people.
Says the nigga who don't follow his own goddamn advice either. Okay.
I just said I do what I tell people to do. So what are you talking about? Who don't?
You don't.
Who don't?
You don't.
Who don't though?
You, the owl in the top.
I need one example immediately.
This nigga right here.
Immediately.
I'm like,
right here. Now we'll talk about that off the show. Cause my nigga. But just like you a lot of times talk about other people being in therapy, or talk about people needing to face their shit or deal with their shit. But how often are you dealing with your shit?
Who you talking
all the time.
I'm talking to the Mr. I need an example.
That one.
All the time.
Nope. A lie.
I'm way different than I used to be. I'm the first to admit some shit to myself. The fucking first.
To yourself, though. That's different.
Yeah.
To yourself.
What do you mean? As long as I know it, I started the process.
No, that's not how that works.
What do you mean? What do you mean that's not how that works?
That's not how that works. Just because you admit it to yourself, that don't mean that you're doing the work.
Yeah, but
I thought, but they do say admitting is the first step.
Doing the work,
admitting that you have a problem is the first step.
And if I admitted it and I started doing the work, then what do you mean? Like what's the work? Like reaching out to counselor. Like, what's that? I mean,
so after you come to the conclusion that what the problem is, what do you do? What are your steps afterwards?
I do research to find strategies to try to deal with it. I Google a lot. Like, I Google the shit out of everything now. Like, that's crazy.
Google is the bomb. Shit.
Google is the bomb. Google will tell you how to live. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Man, well, my favorite therapist is in the background, and we gonna go ahead and bring her on.
Well, I wouldn't know that because she pushed me on to somebody else.
He mad. He need therapy for this.
You goddamn right I'm mad. see how I just admitted it.
Hey, you got attitude?
I got a super attitude.
I heard you talking shit when I was backstage.
I heard you heard me talking shit before you came on the show.
I heard it.
But backstage before you linked in, I hope you seen it on YouTube.
I heard it. No, I was watching Live in Living Color, and I heard you got attitude.
Matter of fact, everybody that's watching and listening right now, man, go subscribe to the free YouTube page, man. We trying to get them numbers up.
Trosh.
Did this nigga just do a?
He did.
And he got mad, deflected, and went on.
It's for the show this time. It's for the show this time. It's not for bald head niggas with beers. Matter of fact, speaking of bald head.
See.
I hate you for real.
No, we just gonna ahead and mute his motherfucking mic. This ain't that. I told your ass to send in. I told you to send in an advertisement or a promo, and we'll play your commercial.
Look, man, I was plugging the show on YouTube. What are you talking about?
Yeah, okay. Anywho.
What's up, Nicole? How you doing?
Hey.
Hey, Leo. Hey, the Mouth. Hey, Genesis. What's up?
Welcome to the show.
I'm so happy you on here because I know this your thing.
Right.
I am, because first let me tell y'all something. And this a big sister moment. Like, I have watched my sister be in her bag about helping people with therapy. And when she was a supervisor, like, I got to I walked in the building where she used to work, and she was teaching her other people about therapy. But let me tell y'all what she used. Some shit that people watch every day. She was giving them examples of how to deal with their families by watching Love and Hip Hop. Well, I think it was Love and Hip Hop.
Nah, it was Black Ink. It was when
it was Black Ink.
What's her name? The light skinned chick on Black Ink. They got the boob job.
I was about to say so. I don't.
Girl, I don't know.
The best one, it was
the one that had her sons and stuff. Getting back in
the ones that she had a whole lot of conflict with her sons. Like, she didn't raise them, and then they came back into the picture.
The light skin girl.
Yeah.
Sky.
Yes.
Yes. His right hand.
I'm mad. I fucking know these people's names. No.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like she was using it as an example, and that's some shit like. They're not gonna use that in the corporate world for it to make sense to you and for it to match up to you. And that's why I was like, this how you know that this is a person who can translate something that they love into everyday life and into everything. And I was like, at that moment, I was like, I'm proud. Yeah, because as much like my we call her the sophisticated ratchet. Like, she's sophisticated when she needs to be, but she ratchet as well. And so
let's go ahead.
Like, it was the connection for me, because I was like, wow. Because if it was anybody else or in another way, I would have been like, now why is you in here? Like, why you just didn't use something that was relatable? You know what I'm saying? But using things relatable is better than using something that's not. Mm-hmm. But that was the moment, like, I really realized, like, that was her thing, and that was her passion, that was her, like, her purpose and all that good shit. So that's when I recognized it. It was like, I'm proud.
And just like
where do you do therapy and where are you located and where do you provide therapy services?
Where do I be trapping at? Is that what you asking me?
Yeah, where you be trapping them brains at?
So right now I'm working at a private practice in Houston.
Okay.
But so I'm at the Murphy Wellness Retreat in Houston, Texas. Come holler at me, come get on the couch. But I am still licensed in Indiana. So I purposely kept my license in Indiana because I got so many connections in Indiana, and I'll get people in my inbox all the time like, "What's up? Can you see me?" So I'm still licensed to see people in Indiana and in Texas.
Okay. So if somebody's in Indiana, they can do virtual.
They can do virtual. If y'all down to do virtual, we can hop on the screen if you want to talk.
Okay.
If you in
all
Texas,
my joints is virtual.
Okay.
Yep. That's how I do therapy.
Huh?
That's how I do therapy.
All your sessions virtual?
All of them was virtual, yeah.
Why? Was you had COVID?
Yeah, when I started my stuff, during COVID or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's cool. That kind of worked out for me though.
It worked out for a lot of people. It's convenient. You know what I mean? I still prefer, like, I go into the office. I only work 3 days a week. And I still, even though I have a good mix of in-person and virtual clients, I still prefer the in-person energy. Like, so I still like physically go into the office Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday because virtual is cool. Like, I don't mind it. I think I have good rapport with my clients virtually, but it ain't nothing like when I'm able to, like, they able to experience me, I'm able to experience them in person. We can kind of figure out what the vibe is. And so many people love it so much more when they come in because they like, I love it here. And I love when people get in there and they taking shoes off and they getting on the couch, putting the blanket on, because that's how I truly know, like, okay, yeah, this is a safe space for you. You feel comfortable. Come on in here. Tell me about what Tyrone did last week, sis. Let's go.
Listen, I do that
you
on
ever had
virtual.
somebody take their shoes off and their feet stink?
Why you gonna put me out there like that so somebody can be watching like, what were you talking about?
What you say? That's pride. That's client privilege. You can't talk about it.
I'm trying to get my license revoked. You always throwing some shit.
But no, that's what I was gonna say when Leo was talking. I was gonna say, like, you know how everything takes a turn and evolves. I think these new hybrid, you know what I'm saying? You're a hybrid, you know, like you know how to, like you said, relate them. Like you got this side and you got that side too, and you know how to mesh it so perfect where it makes sense to certain people. Because if you talk about certain things with a person that don't know how to make it relate, you can be like, man, what the fuck they talking about, man? Like, I don't comprehend none of this. Like, you just talk for 2 hours. And I don't even know what the hell you just said.
No way you making it to 2 hours and don't understand.
And I heard the last 2 words.
Listen, if I'm in there past 30 minutes and I don't understand,
like,
I'm over here like,
that's crazy. Like, but so yeah, like that's a good thing. You like the next generation. Y'all finna take over for real.
Thank you. Listen, I don't like being in spaces where I feel like, at least with my clients, that's what I went to school for. Like, I didn't go to school for y'all to be able to know the jargon. That's what the fuck I got $100,000 in debt for, was for me to be able to understand what the textbook's talking about, what the video's talking about. I know the average person who walk into my office going on my couch, they'll, even if they do understand it, they don't want to hit it. Like, they ain't coming to get school. They ain't coming to college. They're not coming to a class. They're coming to a space where they want to talk freely. They want somebody to talk freely back to them. So I'm like, okay, how can I translate what I just learned from this textbook and put it into every day? Especially if I'm working with people, you got to know people, and people don't want to be lectured. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't want to be talked down to. People don't want to be in spaces where they can feel the power dynamic. Like, they already know there's a power dynamic there, but I don't want them to ever be in a space where they can feel it. And they're like, oh, like, you actually like schooling me on something. Plus, I get everyday people. Like, I get the chicks that work at Walmart. I get the dudes that work at UPS. I get people who work, you know what I'm saying, everyday jobs. So it's like, they my cousins, and I got to talk to them like they my cousins, and it's more relatable, and they come back that way. Plus, I just feel more authentic that way.
If you talking, I don't want nobody sitting in no tweed pants with their leg crossed.
Wait, tweed pants?
A little hand on my
and come out some interesting.
Oh, I know.
Over the glasses and everything.
Yeah, talking about some.
So you don't be like, you don't let them be out nowhere. They be like, bitch, that's my therapist over there with the tucking leg hood. That's my therapist right there.
Listen, I do it with my therapist. I be like, hey,
I mean,
y'all be bumping into each other in the streets?
I just seen one of my clients out Sunday Fun Day, and I'm like, I see you.
We talked about this. We talked about it.
That's it. Have your ass in therapy on Wednesday because I saw that nigga you just.
Yeah.
I told your ass, Wendy, the poll is not the answer. No.
I know. We just talked about that on Wednesday. Come on in here because now I got an attitude.
So look, on a serious note, so once somebody realizes that they have a problem and they need to talk to somebody, what are some of the steps maybe you could suggest on finding the proper person to talk to?
So how do you find the right therapist for you?
Yeah.
So I don't think the right therapist comes with just the energy. You know what I mean? Like I always start with trying to figure out, like always starting with the skill set. You know what I mean? So if you know you're going to therapy for a specific issue or like a specific problem that's bothering you, then you start the process by being able to narrow down who is skilled and what I need. So if I know I'm struggling with depression, anxiety, codependency, grief and loss, whatever that issue may be, I'm going to specifically look for those people and I'm narrowing my pool down to just those. Okay. And then once I get those, then I'm looking at, okay, what am I looking for as far as personality wise, as far as like the aesthetics, you know what I mean? Because that matters to some people. Some people don't care about color. Some people care about my therapist got to be Black, my therapist got to be a female, my therapist got to be whatever. So then you narrow your pool down a little bit more to who's a Black woman. You know what I'm saying? Who's a Black man? Who's a Hispanic woman? Who's a Hispanic man? And then once you get there, you keep your pool, you keep your list going, and then you go in person. Like if you're not able to go in person, you can do virtually. That's fine, but you go in person so you can kind of get the vibe and get the feel for like, can you really help me get through my shit? Because that's all therapy is them people wanting to know that you can help me see the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm lost in my own stuff right now, so can I trust that you can give me what it is that I need? And so sometimes we know that clients, I can tell when a client trusts me if they do something I suggest that they do. Like if you're willing to try something that I'm saying like this is going to help you and you actually go home and you do it, that's kind of how I know that you can trust me. If you're still resistant or if you're still if you're not doing the things that I'm suggesting, it's either you're not ready for therapy or you don't trust me that I can show you the way. So back to your original question, because my ADHD brain be all over the place, you always start with trying to figure out what you need first. And then shopping, therapy shopping. I tell everybody to shop. I think I heard Tiff say earlier.
Who is Tiff?
Leo. Who is Leo? That's
Rachel.
Okay, we don't play that shit on this show, ma'am.
That is sorry, Leo Rachel.
Brands are everything.
They are everything, but you know, I kind of got sister privilege, so I could do what I want.
Not on this show. Just like you run it in your office. This her show.
Tiff. Oh, look up.
She still got it over here. She still got that privilege.
Not over me.
So you definitely want to sit around and be depressed and then go see a sex therapist. It's definitely
what?
You know what I'm saying?
When he started talking,
he said you don't want to be depressed.
No, I'm saying so if you suffer from depression, you wouldn't go out and find a sex therapist.
Like this turn left real.
You not being able to perform, then it's like
right.
That may who you need to go see. You know what I'm saying?
I got
But what if your therapist is well versed in both? Because there are some that are well versed in both.
Same question.
So you could be depressed about your fucking.
You could be depressed about the fact you can't get it up, and so your
therapist,
get it up,
and then they want to know what's going on. So then, listen, you'll be surprised at some of the stuff that people coming in therapy for. Like you hear it all. You hear it.
Tell us some of it.
Sis, well, no.
Y'all just really don't want me to have a license. What's going on?
No. You ain't telling us no names. You telling us the type of things. That's all fair game.
I'm telling you, identifying information is what you're asking for.
No, you're not, because we don't know these motherfuckers.
You don't know who watching. Ain't y'all live? You don't know who watching y'all. People in Texas watching y'all.
We don't know them though, so we don't know who you talking about.
Yeah, but what if
they know that she knows them?
They'll be like, Nicole, you remember when you was on that show? You was talking about that dude who can't get it up. You know I can't get it up. No, you want to know what do I hear?
Motherfucker be sensitive about that.
But I'm sure you're not the only one that client has come to with that issue. If it was you, like other people do that, so you're just speaking in general at this point.
So you want to know what kind of not the tweed be tight. Sorry.
And they be having that, then they gotta pull it up to their calves so they can sit comfortably.
Hey, you not lying though. They definitely do. They always hit it with that. They hit it with that little 2-finger. Man, get your ass out of here.
And then it be this much space between the sock and the hem of the pants.
I had a sixth grade teacher named Miss Lemon that wore tight pants like that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I forgot what I was saying.
You're giving us some identifiable stories now.
So with you receiving all of this, I don't know, like information, or should I say problems or situations from different people, how do you decompress? Like, do you take all that on?
Come on, good question. Follow the mouth moments, because that was good. Okay.
That was a good ass question. Get your ass off here so I can ask shit like that.
Hey, look, I'm just not a pretty face.
That's a good question though, because
you could have inboxed me that question. Let me ask that.
That was a good one.
Damn, boy, you selfish.
I think, and that question do hit hard for me though, because when I first started as a therapist, like I worked in the foster care system. And I worked as a therapist for kids in foster care. So you heard everything from like sexual abuse, physical abuse, neglect, like literally having nothing in the house, to being everything you could think of as why babies in foster care. That's what you heard. So I remember having to be at houses, like coming home 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because one kid just got removed and we had to drive them all the way to another house in the middle of the night. Like I remember hearing stories like that. I remember stories where, you know what I'm saying, brothers was molesting sisters at young ages. And so even as that's all I heard all the time, day in, day out. And as I progressed, started getting promotions, started doing everything else, like the intensity just kept increasing. And so I started to get a concern for my own self, because you have to learn, you definitely got to learn how to compartmentalize and detach when you have to, because if I was to carry all that stuff home with me, I would have been like super overprotective of my nephews. I would have been just not a good, healthy person. Like I would have been paranoid all the time, because it's like, who out here touching you? Come here, let me see this. Let me check this. Let me go here. Let me go do this. Because you do nothing but get trained on trauma and what abuse looks like. So I had to learn how to disconnect so I could come home. But then it started getting to the point where I started getting numb, because like I said, the more I started working in the field, I got moved up to a supervisor. I started working with sexually harmful kids. So kids who will be who have sexually harmful behaviors. We don't call them juvenile sex offenders because they kids, so they're not sex offenders, or they're not, yeah, we don't call them sex offenders. They have sexually harmful behaviors. And so even with kids who've inflicted sexual harm on other people, then I started hearing about like kids sexually abusing their parents, kids sexually abusing other kids at school. And then I ended up becoming a supervisor working for the domestic violence program. So I'm hearing about kids watching their parents fight, women, you know what I'm saying, going to their houses and they got black eyes and ain't nobody over there and they scared because of whatever. Then I got promoted to another position. Then I ended up moving to residential, where I'm working with kids who, you know what I'm saying, got STDs by the time they 14, shit they can't get rid of because they've been sex trafficked by their own parents. And so like when you hear that day in and day out, it was so hard for me to feel like, this world fucked up, I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Like I was just over it, because it was just so hard to constantly hear like people out here really doing this. And like it just didn't match with the core beliefs that I developed as a kid, because granted we grew up in the hood, but you know what I'm saying, we had a good life. Like outside of the stuff that we couldn't control, my mama always made sure the things that she could control was down. And I had a worldview that people are good. I still be out here floating around talking to strangers, because I feel like my core belief is that people are good. And so when I hear stuff like this person hurt me, my daddy hurt me, my mama hurt me, I'm like, that don't really match with what my brain already said how people are. So I had to really take some time and be thinking like, dang, people really do be out here doing that. So this job kind of took a little bit of my, or not even a little bit, a lot of my innocence, because I did used to function in a world where I'm like, it's roses and sunshine and mimosas and we finna have a good time and we finna get drunk and turn up and we gonna be great and happy 24/7. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't it. So I learned how to start taking care of myself by literally setting better boundaries. Still to this day, I got terrible work boundaries sometimes. Like, I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I don't take a client home with me. Somebody coming home with me. Like, right now it may not be the 30-something people that it used to be. Right now, I may have like weaned it down to like.
So you telling me somebody sitting in the room with you right now?
Somebody sitting in the room with me right now. They're right there watching
on
you.
the couch, wrapped up in a $family dollar blanket.
On the couch. They
Listen,
spend the night. They get they spend the night bag and everything.
Because the family.
I just had to learn how to get some better coping skills. I had to learn how to vent to people. I had to learn how to not be strong.
So since you said that, coping skills, what is something that you can give us on the low right now, just the Phat Girl Chronicles family?
Free therapy? Was you asking me?
Yeah, I'm asking what.
Yeah.
What for the Phat Girl Chronicles family that's hanging out with us on YouTube or Facebook? Like, what is some coping mechanism that we can use? You know, like when we're having a moment, or you know what I'm saying, when we like feeling fucked up.
Okay, so first of all, I would tell people to feel fucked up. So one of the things that you usually I always see is that people don't ever want to feel the feelings. Like people end up making so many bad choices or unhealthy choices is because avoidance. They're trying to hurry up and avoid this very natural ass feeling that this situation would call for me to feel. Woo. So one, like in something, I tell my clients the top 3. Like these is my 3 questions all the time when you feeling something. What am I feeling? Actually name the feeling. One thing that make my damn eye twitch is some type of way. What's the way?
That shit hit like Hennessy. I just swallowed some Hennessy when you said that. Hit your throat. They hit your throat.
What am I feeling? And then I ask them, where am I feeling it? Your body gonna always tell you what's up. You know what I'm saying? Your body is gonna always tell you what's going on before you even got the words to try to figure it out. Like, so sometimes you got to notice where you feel certain feelings in your body. Like if I get anxious, I'm feeling it in my stomach off top. I got the bubble guts. I already know what's going on. I feel like I got to shit. I feel like I got to throw up. I feel like, So that's how I know my anxiety is there. So I'm like, when my stomach starts feeling that and I may not have the awareness to be able to say what caused that, I check with my body and I'm like, what's going on? I'm feeling something in my stomach. I'm anxious.
I be feeling it in my chest when I'm angry.
In your chest.
In my chest and in my throat.
I be having a lot of anxiety.
Yeah. My chest and in my throat when I'm angry.
Bubble guts. I be having a lot of anxiety.
I mean, that could be.
Nah, nigga, you need to change your diet.
For real.
It could be that.
You need to change your diet. Drink some water.
I'm that dude though. When I start feeling something, and let's say I might start, and 2 big ass gator tears coming out of my mouth, and everybody suck that shit up.
See, that's your problem.
Yeah, my pride just need to let it go.
I just talked to a client about that the other day.
I cut myself off from the world in a sense.
Yeah,
like,
I know. And then she get mad when I check in or check her about it. Like, hey,
But see, I know me, and see, I'm somewhat of an empath. So a lot when I be talking to my friends, I'm collecting, and that transfer of energy be so strong. So sometimes I gotta cut myself off. I get off. Like now, I'm off social media. I have to decompress. I have to decompress and recharge, because when I'm being distracted by all that other shit, how am I supposed to help y'all if I can't help myself? Like I literally,
you got to learn what to absorb and what not to absorb, man.
I mean, I'm a work in progress now.
Hey, I'm just letting you know.
I know.
You just asked how you supposed to help.
But you have to understand.
You got to figure out what you got to absorb.
It's
not gonna be. I'm listening too. I'm all up in it with my popcorn.
It's not gonna be a change overnight. For years.
Oh no, I don't expect it to be overnight. But it's something that I gotta keep telling you.
What I've been going through. You know what I'm saying? Like
I told you, you ain't gotta absorb everything, bitch. I done told you.
I don't think it's weird to I don't think it's weird to identify yourself as a superhero. You know what I'm saying? Like in the terms of like, yeah, I think I can handle all my people's shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the strong one. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's weird, because I think a lot of people do that. Like fuck it. We fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of them people that feel like I'm built like that to be able to handle all my people's shit and still get the job done, because I think I'm a fucking superhero. Like for real.
You can. You take care of you.
And that's the part. That's the part I was gonna get to next. But I think I'm doing it wrong. I think I'm doing it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe I can be the motherfucker who I'm trying to be, but I got to do it a different way.
Like, how do you focus on you?
And it's not. I don't think you're doing it wrong. I don't think it's really
boundaries.
Way to do it.
And that's the part. Like Mika just said, that boundaries. Like
Boundaries. Come on, Mika, good grief.
Yeah. The thing that I have learned in therapy, if I have not learned anything else, is about boundaries, because my therapist, she knew I was the person that's always I'm always checking in on people. I'm always giving, always doing, always hoping and praying that, or pouring into others. And I do that so often and so much that I was pouring from an empty ass cup. And I had nothing. When I got down to the point where I had nothing else to give and nobody was giving to me, and I was still trying to pour from an empty cup, you burn yourself the fuck out, because you are trying to give something that you don't have. And when you don't have it and you're constantly trying to give it, that's when you start setting up regrets. Like, you regret and you resent those people because you are trying to give so much, but they're not asking you to give it. You are just freely choosing to give it because that's who you are, because you're the strong one. And I said this year, I don't want to be the strong one. I don't want to be labeled as strong. I don't want to be labeled as resilient, because when you're labeled as strong, people expect you to be able to bear through any fucking thing without batting an eye, without crying, without feeling your feelings. And I'm not gonna do that no more. Like, I've done that so many times throughout my life, even with losing my mama, losing our mother. Like, we went through so much at that one point in time that people expected, oh, y'all so strong. Stop calling me strong. I'm confused. I am grieving. I am trying to understand who the hell I am at this point. I am not strong.
2 seconds away from cocaine right now. Leave me alone.
It's crazy that you said that, because my friend, she told me, she was like, I didn't think you had no feelings. I'm like, what the fuck? Because I wasn't showing and weeping or doing whatever, or you just wasn't listening to me when I was actually expressing my feelings. Now you feel like that I didn't have any feelings. So now when I am expressing my feelings and maybe crying about something I'm going on, now I'm too emotional, or I'm really emotional. So this is like the drawback of trying to open up to people. And that's why I go into my safe space, because I'm not gonna judge me. I know I'm fucked up at times, because
somebody.
I just know. So I try to heal. It's not like I'm trying to heal myself, but I know when I need to step back, because what will happen is that I will start resenting you for not doing to me what I do, being the kind of friend I am to you as I am to you. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn it. But I'm just saying, like, that's what makes it hard, and that's why it's hard to open up. Like, it's not an overnight process. Yes, Tiff, I'm sorry, Leo, you be there for me. You be opening up yourself, but I'm not about to pour onto you when I already know that you fucked
Girl,
up.
listen, and that's the part. Yep, there we go. Give it to him.
Flag, where my flag at? Where my flag on the
Flag
flag?
for what? What you throwing the fucking flag for?
It's time for me to go.
She ready to exit now. She knows she messed up.
What? How? What she mess up at?
Because watch this. Go ahead. Let me get my
sip.
Oh, can I? You want me? It's my turn. I get to go in, or Tiff, you taking that one?
No, go ahead, Coach.
Okay, so this is the thing, though, and this is why we continue to suffer in silence, because we create our own depression sometimes when we do those things. Like, I don't feel like I can dump on somebody else, or I don't feel like they got so much going on over there. That's not your business what we got going on. So if my friend is calling me to say, oh, girl, let me tell you what's going on, I know you got this going on, it is then my job to say, friend, like, this how you got so much going on right now, but I ain't even got the capacity right now to be able to hear nothing else. I ain't got the capacity right now to be able to take nothing else on. Do you want to you want to call me tomorrow? Like, I just need a night right now to kind of reset, recharge. Call me tomorrow at 8:00, or send me a voice message and I can listen to it tomorrow when I wake up. It is my job to then set the boundary with you to say, I can't take that on right now. It is not your business to mind my business. You trying to mind my business and trying to tell me what I can take on and what I got the capacity to do. And
don't throw your hands. Now we just told your business. We just told you about yourself.
It's okay to do that.
Mind your business.
Fine.
It's okay.
Fine.
Mind your business.
And it's simply, she feel that way because it's something
it's
that
okay
I
to put your phone on Do Not Disturb at nighttime sometimes.
Baby, listen, my phone goes on Do Not Disturb at 10:45.
Shit.
10:45, and my
10:30.
alarm.
How you do it? How you do it? How you do it?
Listen,
Started
Papa,
5:30.
I got
I'm
sleep
a
mode set up
screen
on mine. That
recording, and
mother,
I'ma
I
show
don't even get a
you.
notification past 10:30.
Yeah.
I'm a screen recording. I'm gonna show you how to set it up. Cause on iPhones you can actually set it up to where it only goes off for certain people. So my favorites, my phone goes off for my favorites during those do not disturb hours. So that means like my family. If it's an emergency, that's the only time. Those are the only people that's gonna be able to come through after 10:45 or between 12 and 7. Between 12 and 7, that's my sleep hours, and my phone is set for sleep. And only time somebody can get through during those hours is if they list it under my favorites or something like that. But
yes, Mika.
The only reason that she sat up here and did all of that is because I tell her that all the time, is that you don't have to hold out because I got stuff going on. We're friends. And if I'm your friend and you got shit going on too, it's not right for me to be able to tell you everything and you can't tell me nothing. And I know how to be like, oh, let me call you back, girl. I ain't got it today. And that's the thing I've started to use. I ain't got it today,
Because what are your friend for? Like, if I can't call you and dump on you, you gotta earn your title to be my friend. Like, just like I need to earn your title to be your friend. I don't want to be your friend that's only around when you got good news. Yeah, I'm a cheer for you, but
this ain't the Wiz. Don't nobody bring
people
me
not recognize it unless it's theirs.
Let's see. Hold on. Wait.
Because then we start to get into the Me Too.
You said what?
The one, Mika.
Yeah. People may not recognize or cry out if it doesn't look like theirs.
Because we start to get into the Me Too. Oh, yeah, this happened to me too. It's like, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
So no, listen, let me say this. Sometimes when people say that the situation happened to them too, it is not them disregarding something that happened to you. It is them letting you know that I can understand where you're coming from, and I care enough to let you know that this is why it happened, and I'm listening. That's the way. That's some people's way to make a connection.
Some people.
Yeah. I'm not disregarding all people. I'm not saying all people.
When the conversation is diverted to their situation, and now it's like, forget what you was just talking about. Let me continue telling you the story on how this relates to me now. No. That's what I get. I can understand somebody saying, yeah, man, that happened to me too.
Trash.
Let me finish. You let me finish though. Like,
well, sometimes asking people too, like sometimes I had to start getting in the habit of when somebody called me, because my mind was always set on, I didn't know how to turn the therapist mode off. Even my other sister would tell you, like, girl, Natasha, she'll tell you, like, girl, I just called, you know what I'm saying, to tell you about the shit that's going on. I need a therapy session. So I had to start training my brain to be like, okay, you need a vent or you need some feedback. So like when I ask people that way I know what ears to turn on, because sometimes my brain is always on problem solving mode. It's easy to get back into that flow. Like, okay, you need to do this, you need to do this. And sometimes people are like, girl, I know what I need to do. I just wanted to call in, you know what I'm saying, and tell you about it. And so then that's why I'm like, oh shit, like here I am spewing out solutions, and you called to just tell me what he did. And so you have to start asking people, like, do you need a vent or do you need some actual feedback? Because if you just need a vent, then that means shut up and listen.
And I think that travels over into like relationships too, because a lot of times we be talking to people or we talk to our gal or they talk to us. It's like, do you want me to listen or do you want a solution? But we don't do it. A lot of times us as women, we go into therapy mode and be like, oh, let me solve your problems. And that's not even what they need at that point.
Because 9 times out of 10, we know what we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what we need to do. When the problem first arrives, it's like, I know I need to cut this person off, or I know I need to set this boundary, or I know I need to do this. Sometimes we already know. Yeah. We just need the space to be able to have somebody else validate us. Like, validation go a long way.
And sometimes the validation is necessary because you're conflicted with your feelings and in your thoughts at that point in time. So I do want to say, like, I am grateful for my village. I'm grateful for Genesis and Sarita and Marcy and my siblings, more so my sisters. Like, I can vent to my brothers or whatever, but it's more so my sisters. But when it comes to those things, like, it's one of those factors where if I need them, they not like, oh no, they not. It's not that they're not answering the phone. And then when I know something going on with them, like the type of disrespect I receive when I make phone calls and they answer like, I ain't got time for your shit today. And that's the type of feedback I get from Sarita and Marcy when they know that I know something's going on with them. Because I hear them when they're silent. If my friends are too silent or it's something that they're not saying, I'm like, And then Sarita swears I'm a psychic, but she calls me a psycho because she don't never really say anything when stuff is going on. But like, I have an instinct or in my gut, I'll be like, something is not right. Let me call. And then that's when I get the answer of, I don't have time for your shit today, Leo. And that's the only time she ever calls me Leo is when I know something is going on. And any other time it's Tip or Tiffany, because that's what her son used to call me. But when I'm on point, it's Leo. And then just like with Genesis, she'll roll her eyes and talk her shit. And I'd be like, I said what I said, and I don't care about you feeling no type of way about it. I said what I said.
And the period goes there.
With the T, okay?
So I have a question. Okay, so like Marcus says a Me Too could be a cry out for help too. So when is that also part of setting boundaries? Like, how do you know when to take their Me Too as the cry out when you're trying to vent? Like, is there such a thing?
There is such a thing. So like if I'm talking to somebody and everything I'm saying that and Me Too, and it's like, okay, what do you need? Like, is there something that you need? And that's it. Like that, what do you need? You can just take it a long way, because then they'll tell you, I don't need nothing. Or you know what? If they say, I don't know what I need, then that creates another door for you to be able to say, okay, well, let's try to figure this thing out. Let's try to, if you want to create that space for y'all to navigate those waters together. But sometimes if you don't want to navigate those things together, you can ask them, okay, sis, what you need in the meantime, because this is what I plan to do, or this is what I'm feeling like I need to do, but what I may need may be something different what you need. Or are you feeling these same things too? Like, is there something else that's going on? You ain't got to turn it to private eye, but you know what I'm saying? You could also just be compassionate to try to figure out, like, is this something that you need? Because you can tell with somebody. I mean, I know we say you can't tell when they cry out, but you know what I'm saying? You can always tell by history if that person you talking to, like, if there's always a competitive kind of nature going on in the y'all dynamic, even outside of just problems. If it's, oh, I just bought this shirt. Oh, me too. Oh, that dude like me. Me too. I just got this new car. Me too. Then it's like, I can't trust that you're
driving the same 94 Honda Civic.
Yeah, like, girl, is you my clone or no?
Right.
Like,
you cannot possibly be going through the same exact thing every time. Like, stop playing.
So T said, I'm the person that gets very quiet. I do too much to be there for everyone, so people don't actually know how to be there or support me when I need it. They tend not to allow me the space I need to express myself and vent because they're in the mindset of you're strong and you will be okay.
Absolutely.
And I just learned what that is called. That is called toxic positivity.
We praise strong all the time. We praise strong.
I was like, I did not even know that was a thing. Because it gives people the out to not tap into their feelings and feel what they need to feel, because you're telling them it could be worse.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with.
We talk about right now, goddamn.
And that's a black thing too. Like, you hear that culturally. Like, you hear people even go back to slaves. Our parents, our ancestors were slaves. You mean to tell me y'all can't deal with this love?
I can't.
Or your parent worked so and so. Like, I had to go work 8 jobs and do this. I'm like, so did that mean I can't feel what I'm feeling right now because you had to work 8 jobs?
Right. Don't devalue what I'm feeling right now.
I'm saying, respect my Walmart job and move on. Like, I can still be stressed at Walmart because you had to work Walmart and go babysit, sell drugs, and do it out the same house.
Working around customers, period.
I'm saying, validate my stuff.
Josh said you can't give people a plan. You can only help them with their plan. And the strongest in the room sometimes need therapy too. No, we all need therapy. That's not sometimes.
That's facts.
Let's see. Tamika said, I agree with you, Leo. Sometimes also we have to realize everyone is not our assignment. Self-care is important. We can't save everybody.
That's facts.
That's what she said. Marcus said, in order to practice proper self-care, you have to be selfish.
Oxymoron is crazy in that
one. Cassie said, my phone on D&D all day. Only my faves can get through.
Yes.
And then Marcus said, hell, some of them need to be on D&D too.
He ain't lying.
And then Michelle
had nobody up in this motherfucker. Like, not even my faves get through.
Michelle said the same for me. Only 10 people can get through to me. It's called a pass-through.
Listen, the boundaries is real in here. They said you gotta get through so-and-so to get to me.
Don't post none of syndromes.
I need to go ahead and start putting D&D on my shit then.
This said drugs. You use drugs.
So Victoria said that she needs help. And in what way, Victoria, so that we can make sure that we give you the right resources to reach out to in regards to the help that you need. And if it's personal, then you can reach out to me and I'll give you Nicole's information, or I'll make sure that I connect you all so that way she can assist you and give you the right information that you need. So
that was unusual, you know what I'm saying? Like, compared to the way she always comment on the show, that tweaked me a little bit. I ain't gonna even front.
Yeah,
because y'all know who that is to me, and she don't talk like that.
Yeah, and she generally does not like make those kind of statements. But I will say the one thing that I have recognized about this show is that it is a safe space for a lot of people to let them situations. The shit that we talk about on here is a safe space for people to be on and come on here and say what they really need in their life. So for her to say that means a lot. It means that that's something that she really needs. And so therefore we're going to try to make sure you get exactly what you need. If I can't help, if Nicole can't help, we can reach out to our other resources to get you what you need.
Yep.
Yes.
So, and yes, toxic positivity is a real thing, Syndrome.
He was.
He's crazy. He's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
he said, I need therapy, but I prefer to use drugs. Listen. I told y'all about that situation when I got high one day and I got on motherfucking Facebook talking about the Flintstones and shit being on divorce court. So no, I don't want the drugs no more.
You was like Brian that he had those shrooms.
Yeah, when Brian had them shrooms. I was over here talking about all kind of shit. I'm gonna share it in the group chat so y'all can see what I was talking about. I shared it to Syndrome after we talked about it. Because it popped up in my memories like 3 days later. And I was like, bro, this is what I was talking about. But with mental health, like overall, like I jacked some of your TikTok videos.
You were stealing?
Yes. So this is one that kind of talks about how she when someone gets comfortable in a therapy session.
Papa got shot, Tate got shot, Desi got dropped, damn, Nate got popped, damn, Leaky got shot, what damn, Spaz face hot, okay, Corbin got kidnapped, they found his bones, he was right, where's Corbin? Meet you us the boss, they knocked his ass off, John at the fool till they walked his ass down, 5 in the ground, Curtis felt him round, Corbin got kidnapped, lost, got his ass found, okay,
I love those sounds.
Just every day.
Throw the notebook like, okay, well, damn.
Yeah.
What else?
I'm like, this still going? You still what? Are you still living?
Hey, wait.
Are you still living?
That's how it is for some of them. That's the crazy
the
part.
trauma history sometimes be extensive, and I
And
be
that
like,
was
how
real.
is
That
y'all
was real
still
stories.
functioning? Those were real stories. Awful.
And
Rest in peace, Corbin.
the mother of Corbin,
Mm-hmm.
yes, was on social media and on the news talking about that they really made a song about how they killed her child.
Wait a minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Back it up. Hold on. That whole song was for real.
Yes.
In real life.
Damn. Okay.
Yes,
that's
real.
crazy.
That's crazy.
And
that's fucking wild.
The lady, the mother of Corbin, she actually took it to court and stuff, or she was on the news talking about how that's how she knew who killed her child.
Yeah, she's trying to get the song taken down.
Damn.
She was trying to get the song taken down.
They're trying to get the song banned for a while.
Yep.
Yo.
And that's crazy. Like, but then this is this to lighten the mood. This is
right. I'm like,
let everybody sad.
Now that everybody then got in touch with their emotions.
Fuck everybody up. Now let's make it happy.
Right. That shit was crazy.
For real.
It's like,
now that I'm fucking with your psyche.
Now that you done traumatized us all, it's like,
now that I done traumatized you,
let me add a little bit
let me
I'm gonna Google that.
Okay.
Yeah, do that on the Googles, Trosh.
Wow.
Look that up on the Googles.
Listen, I'm talking to y'all like that friend that already got enough of their shoulder on it. And look, now call me back tomorrow with this, because if I see that and read that and be like, wait, hold on, that's real. After everything, like, nigga, what? That's real.
That's how they taking a lot of these people to jail because of their songs. They songs out here telling all of their business.
People, I'm like, come on now. But thank you.
Jesus Christ, you did a whole 48 bars and everything was original.
And they finna play it in court at your
every line.
Like, what's going on?
Every line, something happened to somebody, and it was 48 bars, and all this shit was true. What?
Right.
What?
You just confessed on the song, nigga?
It was a dude who did a TikTok, and he was like, he was the juror in the court when they was playing Young Thug, and he was sitting there like,
right, how you not dance or tap your foot?
You gotta tap your foot to pick up the pieces.
Like, he kept saying order in the court. Like the judge kept saying order. Because the nigga was in there like
really rocking on any block.
Right.
Yo, I couldn't be a juror. They better not.
Yeah, but they up here playing the music, and that nigga said he was like, and then the judge was like, fuck it.
Like, this my shit.
It was hilarious.
I mean, when in Rome.
But this is how my favorite therapist copes between sessions.
Namyo Renge-kyo, Namyo Renge-kyo.
The bus that fill her nose up full of that dust. 3-6 Mafia, wild on tour. Whooping these niggas that fucking these whores. In the bathroom by 2 whole hours. Getting real high, passed out on the floor. Fuck that shit. Niggas on the frame. Take it 1 and 1.
Every 50 minutes. That's what you're going to get coming out of my office. Is somebody selling drugs.
I fucking love it.
Every 50 minutes.
Hey, Shadow.
That's what you're going to hear.
Love it. He can't come in here just talking to Booger.
Yeah, hey, if you gonna refer to her as Booger, just you be the only one talking to Booger, because Booger is crazy.
He said, because I picked her. I love it.
Oh, that's his reason for calling you Booger?
Yeah.
I said the same. That's the same shit I was saying, nigga. That's the logic.
Yes, the thing.
That's the logic.
Because I picked her.
Ain't mad. Ain't mad.
He said I could use some of that therapy.
Because that's how we do it.
He said, what up to the whole crew?
No.
What
You should have said that first.
That part.
And then Syndrome said they got more than just that one song. Wow.
Wait, who? Okay, what's the name of the group?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dumb boys. Dumb boys.
Okay.
Wait,
like,
I'm sitting here like TikTok. Hold on.
Listen, because that's all you got to get on there and look at it.
What are you typing in? Somebody
so as we tapped into the coping mechanisms and all that other kind of stuff, and how people can actually find a therapist. What are some ways that you can get the most out of therapy? Because I know for me, because I've talked to you, like I go to my therapist and tell my therapist, hey, this is what I need to work on.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I need to work on. Here's a list of things that I need to tap into because I know this is what is affecting me right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that's because I talked to her and I was like, because I need the most out of therapy. If I'm pulling up once a week and then at the end of 6 months, I'm still, I ain't made no progress. That's
transparency.
That's the issue. So outside of like telling your therapist what you need, what are some other ways to get the most out of therapy?
So you got to be willing to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to own your shit when you go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be ready to be fully honest with yourself about the role you play into some of the things that you also have going on. Because, you know what I'm saying? If we go into therapy with the mindset that all these things are happening to me, then, you know what I'm saying? That means that we'll have no control over our lives and that we have a mentality where like, I'm not in charge of the things that I should be in control of. So being accountable to your own self, to be able to say like, I know what role I played in some of the things I have going on. So let me go ahead and be able to take this to therapy. Also being able to hold your therapist accountable. Like we people too. So at the end of it all, like if things get off track, it is perfectly fine for you to tell your therapist like, hey, I don't want to talk about this today. Or if you're going to it all and just like, hey, I have something else that's going on today that I really need some feedback on, or I want some insight on. Or I got clients all the time that tell me like, I want some homework. Like, but I usually tell them off top, like I assign homework. Like I don't play that 50 minutes one time a week or one time every 2 weeks. Cause therapy happens outside the office. Like you only get 50 minutes to kind of talk about how your homework went. How can we retweak some things? What we need to try again and do differently and process the experience. So therapy happens when I send you on your way and you got to go interact with that person who just pissed you off at work. And you got to use them skills that I just, you know, we just practiced or role played or we just went over in session. So always letting your therapist know what it is that you need and not being afraid to say like, hey, this isn't working. Let's try something different. Because we gonna only know what you tell us. If you're silent and you're like, don't want to hurt feelings, or you're scared to say like, oh, I don't want my therapist to feel the type of way, girl, make us feel the type of way. Make us understand I'm not getting what I need. Because at the end of the day, somebody came because they want to do different. Like they want different they want to be they want to have different skills or they want a different mindset from when they first walked into your office. So being ready to be honest, being willing to also be a part of your process and be accountable to the things that you want to change. Also being willing to be accountable to other people or check other people, whether that's your therapist, whether that's somebody who hurting you, whether that's somebody who is, you know what I'm saying, that you got to have confrontations with at some point in time. And then being willing to actually change and be consistent with that change. Like so many people come in when it's like at the end of their rope and they just need so much and they want change to happen right then and right there, but that's just not how therapy works. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a tool at this point. So it's like you got to give it time because some people be coming in with like years worth of stuff that they got to unpack and then be wanting to be cool in 2 weeks. And I'm like, oh no, since I ain't got the back I ain't got 2 weeks.
Do you ever find it where people are? Do you ever get the feeling when people aren't being fully transparent with you and they're like holding back a lot of details that they should be relinquishing to you? Like, how do you deal with that? Like, how do you? Because what if they're not ready to be transparent? Do you suggest that they go or try again, or how do you?
I don't give them the boot off top. You know what I'm saying? I don't be like, all right, well, get out of here and come back. Yeah. But I will ask them like,
get your non-transparent.
Oh, you ain't gonna open up? Oh, okay.
Oh, you ain't gonna be honest with me? Right. Get out. I ain't gonna snatch my chain like T.I., but I will be like, you know, help me understand how this and this led to this. There seems to be something missing. There seems to be a missing link. Or, you know, a lot of people will react differently to that kind of thing that you just did. Like, is that truly how you responded? Or I'll tell somebody, you lying. And I use humor all the time. All the time. My clients will know off top. I be like, you for real, you ain't beat that person up. Or like, now you came here the past 3 weeks and you done told me you done did X, Y, Z. Well, I feel like you lying. And they'll be like, what you mean? I'm like, I just don't think that was
that's how you know they lied.
Yeah. I'm like, I just don't feel like that was an honest response right there. Like, and we'll go back to how can I create this to be a safer space? Because if you're not honest, then maybe it's something on my behalf where I'm not creating a space that lets you feel honest. Maybe you've gotten a lot of feedback from other people where you weren't allowed to be honest. And I'm like, so until we can call it out, then it's just gonna be a waste of your time. But if a person ain't ready, then I'll just be like, okay, what is it that you need to feel more comfortable so that way you can be transparent? Like, you want a different way of communicating? You want a little bit more? Do you need to come in more often? Because sometimes when you're only seeing people once every 2 weeks and life is going on, it's like you got to rebuild rapport every single time they come in, and then you get to get down to the nitty gritty. So sometimes I'll suggest coming in more often. That's why I also recommend some homework too, so we can kind of figure out what we need to do, because I don't put a time limit on somebody being able to open up either, because I don't know what somebody's been through. Right. Like, I don't know what kind of experiences they have, so I don't necessarily put a time on it. Now, when I feel like we're getting stuck, I will say something like, you lying. But I'll do it in a nice, gentle, funny kind of way, because you know what I'm saying? I want you to get the best out of this experience.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
So, I think that's one of the things that I love about the relationship I have with my therapist. Cause I be like, I'm lying. I ain't do that homework.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't do that homework, girl. I ain't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like feeling my feelings. So maybe I could try to do it this week. And she'd be like, okay. So she'll laugh about it, and then we'll go on. But I have recognized that I do have to make sure, and you're responsible for your journey, and you're responsible for your well-being through therapy. Because if you're not being honest and you're not telling your therapist what you need, and you just getting on there chit-chatting and shit, then it's going to become like you talking on the phone with one of your people, and you're not necessarily going through what you need to go through. So, and I only say that because therapy been good to me, and I've been good to myself. Because I know what I needed and how much of it that I've needed. So, like, I always say, like, when COVID hit, I gave up everything, like everything. And even Nicole was like, "You sure about that?" Like, they tell people that don't give up all their vices at one time. I gave up all your friends. I gave up all my vices and went into therapy because I was like, I'm tired. I'm ready. And over that time frame of through COVID and through last year and through especially like the end of last year when all of that other stuff took place, therapy was really important for me to get through that transition. And like I made a post yesterday, like I recognize my triggers. Like when people get too close to me now or too close to my car, you got to back the fuck up because you're going to end up, you're going to get a Nike check across your chest.
Baby, I'm going to turn the Fooey out here.
You was just trying to tell me that my tire was low. Okay, you got to do something. You got to signal first. But I recognized yesterday a lady, I was putting air in my tire, and this lady got out her car and was standing there and trying to direct me. And this tire up here, bitch, ma'am, you finna get an Adidas or a Nike check across your face because you too close. And you over here talking to me. It's right, because it was 9:00 in the morning. And you over here too close trying to talk to me. No, ma'am, we're not finna do this. So it is your responsibility as you go through therapy to make sure that you are telling your therapist what you need to work on, and how you want to go through that transition. Because sometimes talking ain't always it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people go through creative therapy where they actually paint or draw or color and stuff like that.
I have my clients in every first session, I have them make me a playlist. Because music is how I relate. You know what I'm saying? So our first session is make me a soundtrack of your life. If you don't want to tell me, if you don't want to mind dump, as soon as you come in, make me a playlist of like some of your life experiences. Story better than you can right now. Shoot it back to me. I'm going to play it. And then, you know what I'm saying? I get a little bit more insight on who you are, what your music taste is. And I also got to know what you've been through just off of some songs that you chose. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it definitely don't have to be verbal all the time.
And speaking of playlists, Nicole has some really dope ass playlists on Spotify, ain't it? So send me the links and I'll make sure I post them on the Phat Girl Chronicles page.
Okay.
So people can check them out. And it's a variety of playlists for different areas of your life, whether it's for procrastination. What's the other ones?
Depression, anxiety, codependency, separation and divorce. Like you said, procrastination. I think I have.
I'm not gonna cry.
Ooh, I got at least 8 or 9 of them up there.
You see, the first one that I remember was procrastination.
Listen, that's mine all the time.
That's mine too. That's why I'm like procrastination.
Yeah, I need that one shit.
But
all the time.
Victoria said from being molested at a young age, from being in an abusive relationship as a teenager, from trying to save my father's life as he took his last breath, from taking on responsibility for a 2-year-old that's not my child, from taking on a new family, etc. She is overwhelmed.
I bet. That's probably an understatement, girl.
Right.
Truly an understatement. Right. Just the trauma. Ooh.
And then she said, hold on. She said, everyday life is so hard for me. And I messaged you, Victoria, so that way we can create a plan and a solution for you to be able to get the help that you
sharing with us too.
Yeah, and being transparent in that way, because
I'm sending out a virtual hug.
Listen, for real.
Yeah, that's dope. I appreciate you.
And Mika said, but our definitions of what we consider opening up can be different. Some people are just so used to sharing all of their business, they may wonder, what more should I tell you? Listen. And then Simeon said, I hate that you went through those horrible moments in your life. I hope you know you are not alone and you are so much stronger than you even think.
Sorry, I just read one of Simeon's comments. I want to laugh at what you said.
Right. I was like,
hey, that timing was crazy.
I am so sorry.
She probably reading about the very first therapist.
That timing was crazy though. I was like,
that's how it happens on here. Because we could be having a real serious conversation, and next thing you know, somebody put a comment, and it'd be like, well, I mean,
that's exactly what happened. I am so sorry that was not directed to the comment.
But you know what though? That's how people get into the mindset that they get in now. Like they be in because everybody thinks shit a joke. You know what I'm saying? But it might have not came like that. It was just late when they saw it or whatever. But the fact that a motherfucker was pouring their heart out, you was like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
she just saw some of the other comments.
Get your weak ass out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Pure. I love people. I just read a comment and was like, oh, okay. and then it just came out. I need to block him from y'all.
Between him and Syndrome.
Yes.
Man.
He said, Victoria Washington, thank you for being here and thank you for your transparency. You opening up creates a space of trust for us all, and you're supporting us through your pain. I'm not a therapist, but I can definitely lend a listening ear. I'm here and will definitely stand with you on your journey to mental wellness. You would be in my prayers for sure.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes.
Because y'all
appreciate y'all for real, man.
That's dope.
Thank you for your transparency. Nick, I see what you laughed at. I just saw it right then. Thank you for your transparency. You are carrying a heavy load, but you will get your healing. Simeon said, my very first therapist suggested I find another therapist.
That's not the only one. Mary J. Blige.
It ain't me.
I really didn't act right.
She knew you weren't going to do right. She knew you weren't going to do right. You weren't even ready. You just wanted to do something.
He said, please, I hope Mary J. Blige didn't make your list. She always going through some shit.
That was what I cackled at. That was
there are so many outlets outside of music and art. Yeah, there are, but those are the ones that people relate to the most. Like when it comes to expressions of thoughts and of self, music and art are usually the two go-tos.
That's why sipping paint done became so popular, huh? It's a form of therapy.
It's mindfulness. You know what I'm saying? When you're thinking about, I mean, I don't know about sipping, but painting is definitely mindfulness. You know what I'm saying? Like being in the present, being in the moment. But also music and art come in so many different forms. They don't have to just be songs and painting. You know what I'm saying? Art is anything you make it. It could be body pain.
Cooking.
It could be
It can
anything.
be cooking. It can be big.
It could be cooking. Yeah,
it could be the mouth doing the body roll.
Hey, that is an art.
I'm like, what?
That's an art too.
Twerking. You said something about twerking?
No, she thought you said effing.
Oh, am I not supposed to say it? I'm sorry.
I mean, hey, as
that's
long as
that's an
I
art.
ain't got no qualms.
Yeah, definitely music though. I definitely can relate.
Listen, music is everything in so many ways. Like people singing, like Genesis the other day we was on the phone and she like, I'm finna block you. I'm finna hang up on you.
Everything was a song.
Because everything was a song, and even when I started talking to her, I started talking to her in song lyrics.
That's not even a song. She was making up songs.
Nick, they don't even know. They don't even know the half.
If you ain't busting out in song lyrics or a TV show, a prominent TV show or movie lines, what are we talking about?
Really?
What are we talking
about? What are we talking about? Nothing.
Call me later when you go watch a movie that I can relate to. That's it.
You go back and watch that movie so you can know some of the lines that follow the line that I said to you. That's your therapy. Because
that's your homework.
You can't pick up what I'm putting down. Are we really?
You need to mop what I'm dropping.
Mop what I'm dropping?
You need to mop what I drop.
Listen.
Yes.
Alrighty.
What if you dropped some shit that couldn't be mopped and you needed a broom?
Mop it.
Nope. You too deep. You too deep in the trenches, Tro.
No, you can't just be mopping everything. You know what I'm saying? Like,
mop it up, regardless of what it is.
Sweep it.
Michelle said, music is definitely my therapy and has helped me through a lot recently. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, Miss Linda.
I don't know if I want to squeegee it.
Music has been the saving grace,
man,
for a lot of us. And music, even when I'm doing regular stuff, music be like, oh, I remember this song. And I think that was just how the way we grew up. My mama played music for everything, cleaning up, in the car, traveling, all that other kind of stuff. And when she was sewing, my mama was a seamstress. When she was sewing, doing all that kind of stuff, like music was always around. So even when I hear some of the older songs now, what did I hear the other day? And I was like, nigga, I got to download that. Hold on.
Music just make you feel. You know what I'm saying? Like it influences your mood. You ever been in a place like you ever notice when your mood changes, like with slow music playing, and all of a sudden you feeling sad, and it's like, what's going on up in here? Or you got some good music playing, you in a good mood. Like it influences your mood.
It triggers.
It was the song.
It gets so much power.
Mm-hmm.
It was a song. No one's gonna love you the way I do. No doubt about it. Now, Mouth, I know you know that song. If nobody else know that song.
Nobody know that.
And I heard Encore.
Jay-Z?
No,
like Jay-Z? Okay, that's why I was at
Now, Cheryl Lynn, it's an old ass song called Encore.
Hold on. Evelyn Champagne King.
I heard, can I get a refill?
No, I'm finna play it for y'all. Since y'all don't know.
I heard, can I get a refill?
Oh, okay.
Now, if you get the show kicked off Facebook right now,
that song's so damn old.
We got like 20 songs.
Shit. Nobody copyrighting that.
What is it? What's the rule? 20 seconds?
10. No, yeah, it's like 20. Like it's like 20 seconds. But I heard that song and it made me like think about my mom during the summertime barbecuing and all that other kind of stuff. And our babysitter, her best friend Debbie, like that's what made that song come up in my head. That triggered those kind of thoughts from my childhood. And it was like, wow, that's crazy. But therapy is not just sitting down laying on the couch talking. Like there are many forms of therapy. So find the form that works for you. Okay.
And traditional talk therapy may not be what a lot of people need. You know what I mean? Like some people, it's okay. Huh?
I said some people might stutter and they can't get through traditional talk therapy.
Ma'am.
No, but that's a real thing. I'm not trying to be funny. But like they might not feel comfortable like trying to do talk therapy because they stutter.
I'm no longer taking you serious. That's it. You've already said it.
That's crazy because I was actually on the side with that one. I was like, you know what? You got a fucking point, Leo.
Speech therapy. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, okay. They might have to do speech therapy first.
Yeah, but we talking about it's a progression then at that point. So if you stutter, you got to do speech therapy first to be able to go talk regular therapy.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give you my therapist.
Mm-hmm. You gonna charge the shit out of somebody that needs speech therapy and then try to talk to you? Well, they gonna be in there for 28 years. What?
Uh-huh.
He said, I was a DCFS family teacher counselor for over 17 years.
Oh, DCFS
was my go-to and worked over 97% of the time. Is how you use it.
You ain't lying.
He said, I still have former clients that check in with me to say they still on track. Oh, that's what's up. He said, agreed, music listens when no one else does.
Man.
And truly been in a place of peace. Listen, baby. And sometimes I listen to sad music just to force myself to feel my emotions. Because I be avoiding the shit out of them things. I be like, not today.
You be dodging like Lil' Kim? You be doing Lil' Kim on stage?
Back in there. Get back in there because we're not doing this today.
Ooh, hey, but that sentence right there though. Jesus Christ, I ain't never heard nobody say that. But that shit say so much in those music listens when no one else does. Like you listening to some shit that can listen to you. Like it's crazy. What the bro? Go ahead on T. Get the fuck off here. Don't ever come back. Go ahead no more.
Damn, I kicked off the show.
Hey, that's a cold ass. That's some cold shit to write.
Cassie said, I'll be in a good mood listening to sad music.
She is crazy.
And the profile picture just helps. You know, the profile picture definitely helped that statement. Like, yes.
She is crazy.
Cassie be over there pulling the tails off of raccoons listening to sad music. I ain't sad.
Goddamn Elvira from what was that shit called? Man, squeezing cats and shit.
I'm gonna hug you and love you forever. Simeon said music can dictate how you feel and act, how you act and feel throughout the day. Listen,
let's not forget when they played them certain songs in the club and then a fight just broke out 2 seconds later because y'all
we some hand busters.
Yes,
we a knocker nigga.
I still remember that New Year's Eve in Chicago when 2 Chainz was performing and they played Riot. And baby, it was a riot.
Like, get Lisa them.
I was grabbing my things like
get Lisa them because they literally started a damn riot when 2 Chainz
performed. My whole left side trying to get out of there. I was like, I already walk with a limp. I got a messed up knee.
No, it's because your nuts heavy.
Damn.
That's what Juby said.
Because my nuts heavy.
Come on, Nuck, if you buck.
Listen, Nuck, if you buck. He said, Simeon stupid. He said, that's my shit, booger. Encore. He had therapy session with his pen with daddy issues. Who?
Kendrick
CD is.
Oh, listen, I gotta listen to it. That's what that's what he just asked. Since we on music, what she think about Kendrick's new album? I'm gonna listen to it tonight when I do the show.
I'm gonna listen to it tonight too.
I like Purple Hearts.
All the time was fire.
I like the heart. What was it called?
Purple Hearts.
With the one where he was talking about Nipsey and stuff at the end.
I don't know which one.
On the video. It's a video that he just did with all the face changes and shit. He was talking about Nipsey in the song. I don't know the name of the song.
They said that song ain't even on the album.
It's not?
Yeah, they said that song not even on the
album. Cassie said, remember that episode of A Different World? Relax, relate, release. Relax, relate, release. No, that was a different word. That was Whitley. Relax, relate, release. And T said, "Don't kick off the show, Trosh. Don't kick off.
We ain't gonna let him do it.
We ain't gonna let him."
I was just giving her the intensity of those words that she typed. I was just letting her know that shit was fucking dope. I wasn't gonna kick off for real.
The Heart. That's the name of it. The Heart Part 5.
Oh yeah, I just listened to that today, Marcus, and I was like, "What the fuck am I listening to? That's some toxic shit."
But if you watch the video, it's a lot. It makes more sense if you watch the video and listen to it, instead of just trying to listen to the song. Because on the video, that's when he do all the face changes and stuff. Yeah, good. So I'm gonna play this dope ass collaboration of information from A Cure for the Culture, because it's what she does. It's what they do and who it's for. So they ask me what I do and who I do it for. Here we go.
Jesus.
Yeah, where my music at? They done deleted my music. I'm mad now. I'm gonna come back. I gotta download it again. Nope, my music was bomb on that video.
What song was? You want us to sing?
I mean, you could always just put some bald head niggas with beards behind that shit.
You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
none of y'all songs.
Everybody react. You had
a motherfucking problem. Yeah,
that's the shit. Y'all ain't even heard it. Oh my god, I can't wait till y'all hear the EP. Oh my god.
Who are those guys? Who is that?
Can't wait. I can't wait.
Bruh, they just pissed me off. Y'all better stop playing with me.
She said, "Where my music?"
Because I'm like, wait a minute.
I worked on this shit all day. Where's my music and all that?
And it's a bomb video too. So you're not finna sit up here and not. That's what we not finna do.
That's comedy.
Y'all is not finna sit up here and not. Oh, Canva, now you want to act ignorant?
in front of your friends.
Right.
Not in front of your friends.
In front of my friends, Canva. Let's see.
You want to smack me, bitch?
Nope. It ain't.
That's right. You gotta go down under.
That sound like how Trosh be talking for real. That's how Trosh, when he get upset.
Oh wait, he did go down low. I'm sorry. Oh, Leo, what you on, bro?
That's how you be sounding.
It be in front of my friends, though.
Yeah, you got the front of my friends was high note.
High note.
I mean,
you right. You want to smack me, bitch?
Oh, you
want to smack? Fam, that wasn't even one of the moments that you just took for yourself with this damn. That's not even a song, is it?
It is. My sister knows what I'm talking about, which is why I'm over here chuckling.
Hey, that was Slow Dance by Carrie Hilson, wasn't it?
I know. Yes.
Hold on.
Oh,
come on.
Hey.
B.
Hey.
B.
So, any tips for people that are? Michelle said Trosh be in high seat all the time.
Because it be in front of my friends.
An encore. Yeah. I sure do, Cassie. Yes, I did.
Definitely be Joanne.
Listen, definitely. I'm Joanne. And I be tickled. But in the meantime, in between time, can you give people some resources to be able to go to in order to find therapists that they're looking for?
Yeah. Go to Google and put in where do I find a therapist? What a therapist at? Where the therapist resides. But actually go to Psychology Today, psychologytoday.com.
Okay.
You are about to lose your job. So go to psychologytoday.com. There's a spot that says find a therapist, or you can enter your zip code. And you put in your zip code, there'll be a list of therapists that come up, and you can kind of start some therapy shopping there. They'll have a bio, they'll have a picture, they'll have things that they specialize in. They'll have which insurances that they take, even if they take private pay, you can start there. A Therapy for Black Girls also has a platform where you can do the exact same thing. Put in your zip code. A list of Black therapists will come up, or therapists of color, but primarily Black, will come up, and you get to do the same thing. Look at their pictures, try to figure out what they specialize in and what it is that you need. Really and truly, a lot of my clients found me on Instagram, so it also depends on how the agency that you work for promotes and markets, because sometimes people just really type in like Houston Black therapists, and then all these agencies will come up, and I got like at least 4 or 5 clients that said that's how they found us. I think Therapy for Black Men also has a directory, so you can also start there. So those are usually my top 3 go-to: Psychology Today, Therapy for Black Girls, Therapy for Black Men, and of course the social medias. Because a lot of people are promoting, especially like TikTok. If you type in therapist of TikTok, if you type in therapy talk, you'll see a lot come up. Instagram, same hashtags is where you can find them. But I like to start off on the first 3, because you at least get a little more background of who it is before you start figuring out who you want to deal with.
Okay.
That's what's up. Therapy talk a real thing. That's crazy. That's raw as fuck though. That is a real thing.
Therapy talk, just like
yeah,
Big
that's
Talk.
cold.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Therapy
that's
talk,
cold, man. Because like people spend like fucking 95% of their life on fucking TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
They dropping gems on TikTok too. You know what I'm saying? Like you have people talking about like all the questions y'all ask. They'll give you tips on what's coping skills. How do I know when I'm ready for therapy? How do I know when my therapist is not the right fit? How do I know when this, you know what I'm saying, when it's time to leave? What strategies can I do in the meantime to keep from cussing this girl out? All the things. Like they dropping all kind of gems that you need to get through the day. It is a good time. It is a good time. I think there's been a lot of issues lately though. They've been trying to get more Black faces on Therapy Talk, because I think you sent me that article though, Tiff, about how the issue with more Black faces or more Black therapists having on social media. They're trying to get into the what is it, the algorithm, trying to figure out the algorithm so that where they can pop up more in social media searches. But Black therapists are out there. I think so many people don't know how many Black therapists really are out there. We out here.
And then Marcus said, are any apps worth it? Any other apps?
I haven't tried the apps, but I know I hear a lot of people talk about Headspace or dang, what's that one Michael Phelps was promoting for a while? It was another one. Unless he's talking about like a different app. Now I know one of the apps that I even use, like it's not a therapy app, but it's I use the Calm app just for myself. Like it's good for meditation. I think I listen to the sounds of thunderstorms literally every night before I go to bed.
And if you can't afford Calm, you can go to your music app and type in thunderstorm sounds.
You definitely can. But like, I don't pay for Calm, so I only use the free. I like the free cheap.
Oh, okay. Because I
use
be wanting to listen to it, but you know, after a while it cut off. But like when I really want to get into my sleep, I put it on my Apple Music and I put it on repeat and then just let it play while I'm sleeping. I fall asleep with my earbuds in sometimes when I need to get into when I really need to get some sleep.
They got some good meditations on there too. I think Brian James even got his own little. Now you got to pay for the Calm Pro, but even Janae Aiko had they featured her for a long time, and she also her trigger protection mantra song is the best mindfulness and meditation song you could probably listen
protection.
To.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to that.
Trigger protection mantra. It is fire. For affirmations, I use the I Am app. And it just shoots you affirmations. You can set how many affirmations you wanted to send you a day. And you can pick your topics on what you may need some affirmations for. And randomly they pop up in your notification.
And there's an artist by the name of Londrelle, Londrelle. He has a trauma release meditation on his album, Stay Free. And I love that trauma release because it's actually making you get focused and do your meditation and things like that. So I uploaded the video that I was trying to upload, and then we're going to do the new music moment, and then we out of this thing. Okay, y'all? I know we went over, but, you know, this is a conversation worth going over for. If we can go over for other silly shit, we can go over for the shit that we actually need. So this is the video, and I pray to God that they play my music. Bruh.
Message ain't gonna be the same without the music. Man, play bald head niggas with beard.
It ain't, and it's pissing me off. Like, wait, where is my music?
Now you want us to be a choir?
No, that's okay. I'm gonna have it on here before we leave so they can see who A Cure for the Culture is for. In the meantime, in between time, we're gonna go ahead and get to the new music moment, and then I'll come back to that video from A Cure for the Culture.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, the mouth. I'm a little raspy, but it's time for your new music moments right here on the Phat Girl Chronicles podcast. We're getting started off with a young man by the name of B. Smith and his new single called Eyes. And you heard it first right here in your new music moments.
Making these fake pages to lurk on you. Yeah. Maybe I don't wanna slip up and hit the like button. I'm creeping, 9 weeks in, no sleeping. These weeping eyes on you. Do you know that I keep my eyes on you?
Yes, indeed. The song was called Eyes. The artist was named B. Smith. Now we're keeping it moving with another young man that's an amazing artist, and he's coming into his own right now. The new single is amazing. The artist's name is Devon Culture, and the song is called Pro.
Sliding that pussy, you know that it's good. I can put you on my little bed. Put you on my tongue and you come right away. She be like, all on top of me. She be like, crawling through the streets. She be like, I don't fuck for free. I be like, tell me what you need. Then she like, I'm a super freak. And I'm like, I know what you mean. We be like, She a freak, but she do it on the low. Like a pesky and she know just how it goes. She know what type of time you what you do. She ain't alone. She a freak, but she do it on the low. Like a pesky and she know just how it goes. She know what type of time you what you do. She's a breakfast, yeah.
Yes, indeed. That was Devon Culture, and the song is called Pro. Now we keep it moving with another new artist by the name of BB. But they went and got another young man that's putting out great music right now, and it's a lot of Mr. Raheem Devine. The song is amazing. One of my top singles of the week. And the song is simply called Can We? Right here in your new music moments with your man, the mouth.
I'm sure you wouldn't be surprised if I told you all the times I've been waiting for somebody that I thought would finally get it right. It's trial and error, now and never. I swore the last one was my last. I don't know why you just showed up and made me take my words back. All this time I've been waiting for you, baby. I've been waiting for you, baby. Feels like we don't have to say it. Let's fall in love already. Ain't you in love already? Can we make love already? Yeah. Let's fall in love already. That's what you want, I'm ready.
Yes, indeed, man. The song is by BB and Raheem Devine. The song is called We. Man, I'm letting y'all know R&B is not dead. As a matter of fact, my single of the week is by an R&B artist by the name of LaBelle. Independent artist, great music. You may have heard him before when he did the song with Anthony Hamilton, but now he has another single out, and the song is called Right Way from the album My Journey Continues. So check this out. It's your single of the week, Mr. LaBelle, Right Way, and your new music moments with your man, the mouth.
I hate to say that I told you so, but you know I told you so. Should've never messed with that dude, girl. Got in your feelings and you lost control. When you asked, I told you no. but you did what you wanted to do. Should I tell her the way I feel, or should I just keep it concealed? Yeah, ain't no question, we got chemistry. I wanna be more than friends, girl. If you allow me, all I wanna do is love you the right way.
Yes, indeed. That's your single of the week. Mr. LaBelle, the song is called Right Way. Don't forget to go pick out BB and Raheem Divine, their single called Can We, along with Mr. Devon Culture and his single called Pro, and also Mr. B. Smith with his single called Highs. Yo, it's been your new music moments. You've been hanging out with your man, The Mouth. Don't forget to follow me on all social media outlets at the Mouth_moments. That's the Mouth_moments with an S. Make sure you put the S on the end so we can find each other and have a good time in life. And if you got any questions, any concerns, or you got new music that you want me to play for you, hit me up right here at the Phat Girl Chronicles podcast at gmail.com. Real simple, the Phat Girl Chronicles podcast at gmail.com. Y'all, hope you guys enjoyed the music, man. Hope you guys having a great time. And if you enjoy the vibe, hang out with me tomorrow night on theblazingradio.com or Blazing Radio Live, the free app. Download it on your phone for Wine Gun Wednesdays, 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time with your man, The Mouth, where we get real grown and sexy. Yo, this is your new music moments, and I love you to death, and ain't nothing you can do about it. And I'm out.
And I'm out.
Right way, girl.
What's going on?
There's my phone was up and I'm over here fucking up, but right. That's why you can hear. And this nigga still doing it. But listen, y'all, we want to thank y'all for tuning in, joining us, and being dope, being amazing. Once again, let me check the comments before we dip up out of here.
Yeah, I can tell them why we checking the comments. Tell them how they can get in touch with you. Special guest.
Thank you. Sorry, I was on mute. Okay, listen, I am Nicole Anderson on Facebook. I got a group on Facebook, A Cure for the Culture. You can follow me on Instagram, A Cure for the Culture. You can follow me on TikTok, A Cure for the Culture, on all the medias. On all the medias. That's where I'm at. I've been slipping with the content on A Cure for the Culture Instagram page. Yeah, but give me a minute. I was taking a break to kind of rest and reset. But I'll be back very soon. Very soon. Let my birthday pass in the summer kind of get in here. Then I come sit back down. As for now, we on vacation. But we'll be back real soon.
Outside is calling.
Follow me anyway.
Outside calling.
Okay. Outside is calling. I picked up last weekend. So I'm preparing the others.
Listen,
we outside.
Cassie said it's a setting on your phone, audio or visual. It's background noise. The rain will play in the background without cutting off.
Yeah. That's it.
Michelle said Cassandra spent the weekend with me. I was sad all weekend. She had my room dark and thunderstorm the whole weekend. Whole time it's bright and sunny outside. Listen, sometimes you got to get into that mode.
For real.
You got to numb your hood and get killed sometime.
Simeon said I listen to gunshots and police sirens to go to sleep. West Side Symphony app.
His trauma shine through every time. Not
the trauma shining through every time. Not the trauma shining through. Like, damn, boy, you really had it rough out here and all that shit. You really,
I'm gonna pay you.
Shit.
And Marcus said Southside too. Hell, and then he said play that Shadow Master MC. Listen, we gonna get it all, right? So I'm gonna try this video one more time, and if it don't work, I'm gonna just be like F it, and I'm gonna just let the video play. It's a really dope information, but the music made it like intense and beautiful. So here we go one more time, y'all. A Cure for the Culture.
Cure for the Culture, wellness counseling.
Come on.
for that table, Ray.
You may reach out at 1-800-CURE for the culture.
There it goes.
You might have to read.
Hey, man.
I'm gonna have to look at that over because I don't read that.
Yeah, hey, man.
I mean, still wasn't for y'all to like read that fast. It was really for y'all.
Hold on.
No, that's important information. That's important information. I'm like, who the hell is zipping these motherfuckers through? Like, I just read the big words at the top. I didn't even get to the paragraph because that was like 13 pages. Tell them to slow that shit down.
I'm like, hold on.
Slow that shit
for
down,
the family.
man.
All that's out for the family, for the single person.
For everybody.
Let me find out you done booted them.
I did, because they playing with me right now. They is playing with my emotions. Playing with my intelligence.
It's like playing with
my emotions. I think you did an amazing job. I think you did an amazing job.
Y'all can press pause. Raggedy niggas.
Why we gotta keep pressing pause? Slow that shit down.
No, it's a quick video.
No, the song was
still we doing messing around with y'all. We still
the therapy for everybody.
It was soothing. Like people will listen to it to the end. Like you know what I'm saying. Like you could slow that shit down so we can get to read the shit. Damn.
No,
these goddamn TNT after credits after the movie when they be flying them shits back because they want to bring the other movie in and shit real quick. Damn, that shit was fast. Slow it down.
Josh, let me teach you a coping skill right now. You wanna do some deep breathing? Oh, you wanna be a badass? Yes. That's why you on mute.
For
I
real.
can't hear nothing you saying.
Because I muted them.
And you still arguing with somebody and can't nobody hear you. See? But I can do what? You mad? Bring it in.
Say what?
Bring it in. Bring it in. There you go. Woosah.
Okay. So listen, Michelle, because it was cute and it had the nice music on it or whatever. But you know, they talking about they want to be able to read it. I sent it to y'all so you can read it. It wasn't supposed to be read. It was just supposed to give you a little.
It was though. That was
it was not. Shit. It was supposed to give you a look at what's available. You can go back and read it on your own.
Right, but how do you know where you relate if you don't read the details of the main line?
We want to thank y'all for tuning in.
That's a good fucking point. What are you talking about?
We want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Phat Girl Chronicles, where we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to us most each and every Tuesday.
No, we're going to talk about
8 to 10 p.m.
I'm sure you fit in under the topic where it said black man. I think that's probably
no. I saw something about broken families, and it's a whole lot of shit that was on there.
Nothing about broken families.
I'm making examples,
but you can catch this episode and all of our other episodes on YouTube.
I feel nervous.
And you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter at PGC Podcast, and you can find the podcast on all major podcast streaming platforms. That includes iHeart, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Audible, all of those good spaces. So make sure y'all check us out. If you have not followed us, make sure you go do so. We almost at our 400. So go grab your grandma phone real quick, your auntie phone, your cousin phone, and the baby phone, because y'all know y'all got these babies with phones. So go log in and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Yes, take grandma's jitterbug and go on YouTube and log in and subscribe to the channel real quick, because we're almost at our 400. And then, like I said, next month we got an amazing month of shows coming up. And then we need y'all to go ahead and check out Phat Girl Chronicles, because we're going to be doing our Fat Fam Summer Jam in Cabo August 18th through the 22nd. So make sure y'all join us. The information is on the Phat Girl Chronicles Facebook page, or you can type in Fat Fam Summer Jam Cabo Edition in your search bar on Facebook, and it will pop up. All the information is there. And if you need more information on how to book, you can inbox us at the Phat Girl Chronicles on Facebook, or you can inbox me directly, Leo Rochelle / Tiffany Rochelle. All right, y'all. We finna going to be up out of this thing, but make sure y'all check out A Cure for the Culture on all platforms, wherever. All of them. Make sure y'all check her out. And for those of you who need more resources, if we could not give you the resources that you needed on here today, You can email us at the Phat Girl Chronicles podcast at gmail.com. Send us your inquiries and we will get all of the information that you need to get into therapy. All right, y'all. We love y'all. And like I say each and every week, whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass. All right, y'all. And we out this thing.
All right.
Come on. And we out this thing. The Phat Girl Chronicles and Unforgettables Custom Experiences presents the Phat Fam Summer Jam Cabo Edition, August 18th through the 22nd. We are turning up and showing Cabo how the Phat Fam gets down, okay? Reservations are starting to roll in, so don't get left standing in the cold. Deposits are as low as $100 per person to lock in your spot. And payment plans are available. Come parlay with the Phat Fam of the Phat Girl Chronicles in Cabo. Don't wait for the pics, be in the pics. Any questions? Feel free to contact Unforgettables Custom Experiences on Facebook, and she's got you covered. To book, go to linktree.com/unforgettables21. You don't want to miss out on this trip, because we turning up Phat Girl Chronicles style in Cabo, August 18th through the 22nd.
It's been a long and winding road, not to this point, but here I am. And I won't stop until my soul can't take no more, until I drop in, that's my plan. But until then, I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm grinding, I'm grinding, I'm working, I'm grinding. I'm shooting for the stars and my aim game is nice, so what I'm saying, it's enjoy the ride. This ain't no overstatement, oh we so